Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I'd truly like to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I never want to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, there would soon be nothing left of me.
The fuck off the neighbor's roof! Get down, Billy Earl! Man, he always doing dumb shit. Billy Earl, get off the fucking roof! I'm gonna get closer so y'all can finally see how the fuck he be doing this shit. Billy Earl! Man, what the fuck is on that roof to where he keep going up there?
What the fuck is on there where he keep going up there?
I didn't realize it was the neighbor's roof when we first saw that video. That's funny. Makes it way better.
That Oscar Mayer Wiener song reminded me of Sunday School, strangely.
Are you slurping like that dog there? I think it was probably all the tongue that reminded you.
Is that what it was?
Probably. I think that goat video makes me want to like move up to Kentucky or West Virginia or someplace where there's like hollers and crazy goats and I don't know, something else I could throw in at the end of that, but I'm not gonna. We're not there.
Your
yet.
goats aren't nearly crazy enough for you.
It's all flat. It's all flat around here, man. It's like a cup, double A, all the way around.
The goat video was actually sent to me by our friend of the show, Steven here. So thank you, Steven.
What's up, Steven?
Steven, that's your goat?
Yeah, that's Steven in the video.
That's Steven's voice. Damn.
I didn't put it together. I just my stereotypes got in the way. Learn something new every day.
What church did I go to?
Church.
I went to the Oscar Mayer Wiener Church, of course.
Obviously.
Just the way those kids were singing, it just kind of reminded me of Sunday school. Did no one else get that vibe?
Were you Catholic?
No. Oh, I just got that. Took a second.
I guess. So did you listen to the what was it? Salty's Psalm book, like the records when you were a kid? Or am I like
yes, that's
I get it. I like that. It does sound a lot like that.
I don't know what you're
See,
talking about.
Dag didn't do a whole lot of the children's church thing, so he's giving us the strange look.
I did children's church, and I don't
see how he turned out.
About, so.
I had a very nice Sunday school, but we didn't do anything like that. I don't know, like it was like a principal of like a really small town I grew up in. It was like the elementary school principal was like the Sunday school teacher, and I don't know. I mean, I don't remember learning much about God. I just remember getting candy. So they just tried to bribe us at my church.
So
yeah, that's a common thing. Free food, snacks at least.
This isn't the show for this discussion, but that's like what our church does, and it really, really bothers me. Like, it makes me like sad at the end of the day. Like, bring your Bible and you get a piece of candy. Bring your offering, you get a piece of candy. Like, that's not what this is about, It
doesn't seem like a proper motivating tactic for such a thing.
No,
it's not like eternal salvation, huh?
I mean, like,
basically the same thing. Let's be real.
Once you get diabetes, like it's forget it. You can't. You're not attracted anymore.
You can't go to heaven if you have diabetes. I don't remember that in the New Testament, but I'm gonna.
I mean, like you're. I don't know. I mean,
your body's a temple, Justin.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Thank you, Mark, for saying what I self-censored.
Hey, so what are we drinking tonight here?
Which is why I have spurned the alcohol tonight, and instead I have some Sour Patch Kids, peach only. By the way,
peach only because your body is absolutely a temple. I like the watermelon only ones. Those are
take you about an hour to eat that.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Also, I said last week I might crack open a vanilla Coke. He's got a giant watermelon. The vanilla Coke. They didn't have it, so I got this vanilla nitro Pepsi, which is not a Coke. It's a pop.
I had one of those. It's a pop. Did you just call it a pop?
It's a pop.
Go back to Canada, dude. Like,
this happened last week.
Dag's doing it right. He's got the wild turkey.
Yeah, dirty
We have
bird.
this local.
I don't know what any of
local-ish
these things are.
brewery. Oh,
Ooh.
so we have this localish brewery called Taxman, and they have different seasonal ales that they make, and this one is called S'morecast. It is a dark ale with lactose, cocoa, and spices. It's actually not bad. I try all of their seasonal stuff, and
What kind of spices are they? That's the question. Is it? A lot of times they say spices, and it's like either pumpkin spice, or like they throw in the nutmeg and crap and call it like a winter spice, and it just tastes like ass.
let me grab the one that's not open so that I don't spill it everywhere, and I'll look at the.
We're getting like a dance recital going on in the background of your screen there, Justin.
That's what happens when she's playing the
I was-
Oculus. Give it about 10 minutes, and she'll crack her knuckles on a table in there, and then go screaming through the house. And in about a week and a half, another fingernail will fall off. I think we've lost 3
She hears
only
you.
one. Only one has fallen off so far. My bad. The other ones are still hanging on for dear life.
By a thread.
Dag, what you got
Bible
behind
goes
you?
hell.
What
This?
What is it? It looks like a
Yeah,
is it
this
like
is-
a bear
yeah, what is
skin
going
or a
on
wolf
here?
pelt. Or
It's
something? What do we
it's
got there?
a fabric art piece. We have 3 of them in the house.
So what kind of fabric? Like deer, bear, wolf? Like
No,
what?
it's like wool or something, and like they're like I don't know. It's got like patterns and stuff. I don't know, man. It's weird, but my wife and everybody else loves them. So I'm
I
not an
thought you
art guy.
moved. I thought you moved like an entire tree into the house. It looked kind of markish.
Like that, yeah. Nope, it's a big tapestry thing. I don't know. That I just feel bad with how much weed smoke's got to be absorbed in this thing by now.
Dag's
they're pretty
going
expensive.
all out for this stream.
Uh,
Yeah, you put on a nice shirt and everything.
Look at that.
I did. It's nighttime. You guys get to see me spiffy.
At
Yo,
first I thought that was
I-
a New York Yankees shirt, and I was like, I don't think
No,
Dag would be wearing
that's a Wu-Tang shirt, isn't it?
Cottonmouth Kings. This side.
I know.
No.
know.
I never get to wear the shirt anymore, so I'm much too old to wear it out. So I figured I'd wear it in with you guys.
You never too old. Never too old. I still wear my like
Thanks.
5-inch
Molasses
inseam shorts.
and
You know.
cinnamon are the
Yeah, see, cinnamon doesn't go in beer. That's bullshit. And anybody that tells you that will can go to hell. And
At least not a
like,
summertime
We
beer.
are sending a lot
No.
of people to hell tonight.
I don't know, man. It's just the Christmas beers, the winter beers, like they piss me off. It's just as bad as pumpkin spice, right? Like,
Hey.
are you one of those? Like,
Are you,
I should have
Mark?
figured.
Are you like
I
a
should have
pumpkin
figured.
spice basic white bitch?
You know, that's too sweet for me now, but I used to love it. But there was a time when I was real basic like that.
Mark looks like pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
What's your book today? I haven't asked you about your book on the past few.
Yeah, so I figure it is a biography of William Jennings Bryan because he himself was a teetotaler, and I'm reading his biography, so I figured it'd fit in with the stream.
With your teetotaling.
Yeah, he was for prohibition. He's also a bimetallist, also an anti-imperialist. So
What is it by
that was one good thing.
That means he goes both ways with the metals.
Well,
Means
that's
he
what I'm
prefers
thinking.
a
Like,
company
you,
of both gold and
he was
silver.
against the gold standard. He did not want to sacrifice people on the cross of gold, and he wanted free silver, not
So-
free silver, but
cross of
silver to be a part of the national currency, I guess.
Yeah, I think that what it was they were basically trying to like, it's funny. This conversation came up the other day. It's like some people just have to affix numbers and figures to things, or else it can't make sense to them. So it's like some people just wanted gold and silver to be like a set ratio to each other and completely ignore markets. And I'm pretty sure that's what bimetallism was.
Yeah,
It's like
Right,
balls to shaft.
he was an interesting guy. I mean,
But he was a prohibitionalist. Now, was he a prohibitionalist and also a bootlegger?
I don't think so.
Wasn't there
like,
one of the Kennedys was a teetotaling, prohibitionalist,
yeah,
but
I
did a
think
lot of
that
bootlegging.
William Jennings. I think he was like actually. I mean, he's a politician, so he's not completely sincere, but he was more so than a lot of the other guys. And I think one of the reasons he ran 3 times for the presidency and never once got it is because he really hated the banks. And they weren't going
Yeah,
to
you
let
kind
him.
of.
So are you saying that banks control the
I am saying that, yes.
I buy it.
Heavily implying.
So
So everybody's
yeah,
been keeping up with the Reno reset, right?
yeah. I mean, I think we saw it, right? Like everybody knew the Meacocks were just like a bunch of retarded 17-year-olds, and they cheat the election and get Angela McArdle in there with 69% of the vote. I mean, like you can't do it any better than that. I mean, fucking 12-year-olds, right? 69% of the vote. You know they cheated that shit.
I like your joke. There's some truth to it.
I'm sorry. No, that's the only thing I saw from the convention.
I did see that she won.
Mm-hmm.
With
69% of the vote.
Mhm.
It is true.
Yes,
I
we
think-
know. 69%
I think
of the vote. You said it
something
3
happened
times.
to Carrie Ann
there-
Hairlos.
Is that number special for
I don't know what's
something?
going
Does
on.
that represent? Like, I don't get it, man.
So
Explain
your
to me.
your teetotaling keeps you in the closet altogether, then, huh?
No, I just want you to explain for the people watching.
Just in case
I
anybody
don't-
out there isn't familiar with that one.
I think it's one of those special numbers like 69, 33, 7. You know, they just all kind of like they have
1453.
their special meanings, you know.
It's just like his
It's
name
not
tonight.
1450, 1353.
Always time to 69, Clyde.
Justin, pull up the Urban Dictionary and share the definition, so we don't have to do this.
This is the one thing we don't need the Urban Dictionary for. It's the one thing nobody needs the Urban Dictionary for.
I don't know, Justin.
Just stare at the numbers long enough, and you might get it.
Probably not even my whore grandmother.
So, the Pisces symbol, though, if you were like, isn't the Pisces symbol the same thing?
It's pretty
Is it
close.
essentially like 69.
Yeah, the two
I
fish.
think it is, right?
More or
Yeah.
less, yeah.
See, that was something that always struck me as a child. I was like,
You think maybe like people who are Pisces.
As a child,
I would think that they would be,
Conform,
but that
they
was
act
not
a
my
lot more.
experience. Yeah, but not my experience.
Yeah, mine too.
Sorry, guys. You seem a little bitter about that.
Oh, well, you know. It's a sore subject, what can I say? Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Justin, you're quiet.
Who's queen of the
I'm
incels?
reading about
I think he's talking.
Angela.
Angela.
Is that Angela? Oh.
I like Angela. I mean,
Yeah, I met her a couple times. She's very nice. Very slim.
I
There you
like.
go,
We do have
69.
a diverse. What are we looking at here?
It says
you, Mark.
69 is possibly the most awkward number ever due to its sexual meaning. In public, the number 69 is either avoided or smirked at. That's it.
It's like
There's not a
Billy
lot of-
Madison. 60. Open up to page 69. 69. Ha ha.
Let's go to Urban Dictionary. Just see what it shows us like randomly.
What other dictionary did you find that? Was that
We
Urban
would
Dictionary?
like use this show to go through the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's been my pitch for a bit now. Is let's just let's just narrate the Urban Dictionary on air. I don't remember what made me think of it. Probably all the corn talk the other day.
Oh,
you
it was
listen-
probably you. No,
Corn
you
talk.
had to look up Fudanari.
Was I here for the
That's what
corn
it was.
talk?
KOR.
No,
Oh,
you
that
missed the
would be
corn
a place
talk.
to look it up.
Sorry,
But
Clyde
anyhow,
had
long
to-
story short, look up space docking.
Space Dock.
Clyde had to use Urban Dictionary to look up traps, and Dag had to look up.
No,
Fudanari.
So here's the thing.
We
I
don't
didn't.
need an explanation. Like
I didn't. That's fine. I didn't. I'm not going to use it.
I didn't either.
but
It's more fun to
I'll
not
let it
know.
go. Yeah, I'd rather not know. It's when I get like advice from you, I'm just gonna assume that it's better than I
well,
don't.
fuck. Why did I look that up live? That was a
Space
bad
docking.
choice.
What does that say? Hold on. Blow it up. My old man eyes can't see.
It's funny. This is what gets us taken off of YouTube.
blow it up. That's what she said. I had to get in and say
This is
that.
like 2 girls in 1 cup gone like wild, man.
Oh yeah. So there's
Mark,
a
are
couple
you
different methods.
are you too young for 2 girls 1 cup?
I know about 2 girls, 1 cup.
Have you seen it?
Have you ever
That's the
seen it?
question.
No, I never really.
There's no need.
No,
Adam
well, I mean,
Sandler.
it's one of those.
I
Things,
had it
though, that, like,
described to me, and I decided I would, stick with the basic stuff.
Does
The
it? Does it
Urban
still
Dictionary
exist?
describes it for you here.
It's also when he decided he's never leaving the United States.
Disgusting movie on the web. Does it exist? Is it still out there somewhere? Or do you have to like download a torrent? Which I would never do.
It has to be.
Sure you would. Sure you would.
I
You
feel
can
like it's one of those.
Like there's a
I'm
part
sure
of
if
me that
Leighton was
thinks
in here, he'd tell us where to find it.
Pulling the trigger. That's an interesting term for making yourself throw up. I like
You never
that.
heard that? Yeah, you obviously
Nah.
never dated a
makes
bulimic
sense.
girl.
I have never dated a bulimic girl. My girls express their insecurities in other ways.
Oh shit!
Hey, we all have our types. What can I say?
Yeah, well, I know.
Just the way you said that.
now I gotta go to Facebook and find out who Facebook user is since you didn't log in through
Yeah, it's not
StreamYard and we
so-
can't see your
Oh
name.
man, that's disgusting and horrible. Where?
Please, sir.
Isn't that the way most of our conversations go? It's like, man, that's really terrible. Like they shouldn't say stuff like that. Do you have the link for it?
No, I mean, you can't talk about it and not bring it up. That's just bad broadcasting.
Yeah.
People need to know.
That's
I have
like
a
you gotta
question.
know things.
What you got?
Is he trying to log in right now?
No, probably not.
No,
Let me
he's
go
probably
find out who it is just so we can.
one of those scrappy ANCAP tights that
I can't figure out the internet.
Oh, it's somebody that's actually pretty good at the internet.
They're probably way better than me at the internet, and I'm talking shit.
It's our taco. So that it makes
Oh, what up, dude?
It doesn't mean anything to me, but okay. Hey,
I
Taco!
forgot who.
It doesn't
How
matter.
many fingers?
It doesn't mean anything to him either, but we're gonna run with it.
Okay,
It's
I guess.
Cool.
Speaking
I
of
had a
technology,
wish anybody gonna be in Tennessee this upcoming weekend?
Why would we do that?
I'm all Tennessee'd out.
Because the It's Too Late live show is gonna be next Saturday.
Oh, is that's Mosley's thing?
Yes,
I bet it's a good time.
that's our taco.
Ah. Well, I had a cat. Well, we have lots of cats, but one of them one time was I named him Taco, but he wasn't really named Taco. But at the vet, I called him Taco, and we had another. This was our first cat. Then we got another cat who was a lady cat, and we went to the vet, and I named her Miss Taco.
it's called a
And-
pussy.
It is, and I think the vet got it. And my daughter, when she went to the vet with me one time, found out that they were Taco and Miss Taco, and she was very unhappy. And so we had to change the names at the vet. But yeah, fun story. I have a cat named Taco and a Miss Taco, and Miss
Oh,
Taco
wow.
has five babies.
Are
Sure,
they
their
all
name,
some
all right.
like
On
chalupa
brand.
and Mexican pizza?
No, I just named them all Carlos.
We should. I see Leighton's here, so we should ask him about that video. See, I'm sure he knows where to find it.
No, I think it's too white for him.
You think so?
Yeah.
He was probably the producer.
I think he's a
Does
little
Leighton
young
never
for that.
sleep?
It doesn't seem like it. Like he's here at the same time he is here for our morning show.
He works nights and he lives in Alaska, so he's on like some different times.
Is it the
Russian.
time of
He's
year
on
when
Russian
it's
time.
light, 20 hours a day.
It is.
I think something like that.
Yeah, that's summertime. Yeah.
Summertime.
Because he hits us up in the morning show and here. So I just have to assume he never sleeps. Because the morning show is like 4:30 in the morning for him.
He holds similar hours to what I do, like sleep about 3 hours a day, and
But he's less of a bitch about it.
I don't know how you guys do it. I'm far too much of an old man for that.
Not.
so we're both knocking on that. I think
I
it's-
may or may not have taken pharmaceutical meth to do this show tonight. Just saying.
I used to work nights at a grocery store, and that was like
Were you like
one of the
stocking
most
shelves?
yeah, and it was like one of the most enjoyable summers of my life. Like it was just there's something weird about it. Like, but I don't know, man.
I
I
feel
don't know if I could do it when I'm like 40 years old. Not that I'm 40 yet, but it'll be soon.
Did you figure out your keyboard on your
Honestly,
phone?
your
No,
hairline
no.
is not convincing.
Hey, you know what? My brother was like egghead bald when he was 20, so you can lick my balls, okay? Like I still got something up there. All right.
He probably throws that on his brother's face. Not his balls, but the hairline. Every time he sees him.
No, I yeah, I got to get it cut. It's getting poofy on the sides. I got that like.
It's just
you know.
the
It don't
curly
say.
hair is so funny with the hairline.
So there was.
Are you missing half an eyebrow?
The other one.
Other side, yeah. You guys see that, right?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that. I see that.
It does kind of look that way.
I got a. Is it this one? It's weird because I'm looking in the camera and I can't see. Because it's like backwards. One of them's got a nasty scar through it. When I was little, I was playing with meat, like styrofoam meat pack trays, you know? Put them on a stick and hold them in the fire. And they'd start melting and we'd like swing them around. And one of them caught me like across the eye and like burned half my
Nice.
eyebrow off. So that might be the one. I don't know. I can't
That shit
think.
sticks.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. I still got a scar on my like thumb from it.
Oh,
It was, I was like
dude.
8 at
That
the time,
sucks.
but like, yeah. Okay, I went to sleep with my like thumb in a cup of water that night. That's one thing I remember from my childhood. I was sleep with my thumb in a cup of water.
One of the few things you remember, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Block the rest out, huh? All the other places you had to stick your thumb.
Yep. Those are all gone. Just a
Going
cup of
back
water.
to his Catholic upbringing, apparently.
Yeah. Repressed
Yeah.
memories are a blessing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That little Jack Horner poem, never. You don't recite that around me, I will drop you.
What is this?
Ooh, what do we got
Apparently, it's let's hear from the audience time at the Libertarian National Convention. Always
Can
the
we-
best
can we
part
not?
of any Libertarian
This
convention
is-
is when they
But
let all the
why do
random
we
people
why,
just
why
talk
do
for a
we
while.
need to waste our time with this shit? Let them waste their time. We're not part of like we don't need to. God damn it.
We need to vote on whether to take this down or keep it up. Take it out.
So
Too late. I already voted. This is a dictatorship, not a democracy. I don't know what
Well, what
y'all
is the LP?
thought of. What is the
if
LP?
it was
Yeah, I mean,
what is the LP? Is that what you said?
the few things that I saw, it seemed like they have more meetings than the other conventions combined. You would think they'd have less, but
That's what it is.
there it is. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
And it's a train. Well, never mind.
Why never
God
mind?
bless them.
Why
I
do
mean,
you
I gotta say, I wish
Like,
they
this
get
is
their
the
shit
night
together.
show. You're not supposed to edit yourself on this one. Like, this is where it's just a
Yeah.
free for all. This is the episode we're not worried about getting taken down.
So if we did this at like 11:30 Eastern time, and you gave me like a good 6 hours, and it was late at night, I might. But I still got a little
Are
filter.
we just gonna have like Dags sleeping on his screen?
That would be it. You don't want me around that late. Not good for anybody.
It was the best podcast when you're just like exhausted and nothing like comes out of it. Is this a podcast? What is this?
It's exclusively a live show. I do not put this on any of the podcatchers ever.
You know,
So-
I had the most difficult time trying to explain to my family what exactly this was. They're like, so you're on TV. As I mean, YouTube. You call it pulled up on your TV if you have a smart TV. Oh, so it's a podcast. I was like, I mean, kinda, but you can't find it in like the normal podcast place. So
Because that's like my wife was asking me the other day. So like I, come out of the room after doing it Friday morning, and so who are these people? I shrug it off. And, well, what's it
Us?
called? Yeah,
She's
you
talking-
clowns. Yeah, she's asking me. Well, what's it called? I'm like, where can I find it? I'm like, I don't know. And then she calls me calls me out on like never giving a straight answer. I'm like, well, fuck, really? I honestly, this is one of those times I don't know. Like, I don't know where to find it because I can't find it like myself,
this is some of the family members are like, oh, maybe I'll tune in. I was like, you know what, maybe tune in to the morning show. Let's not like have this be your introduction.
All right, so look,
It's not
this is
that
how
bad.
you find it.
No, don't. You don't need to do
You
that
just-
'cause I don't need to know.
you
I don't
just
need
go
to
up
know.
here
I don't want to
to
have
the
to know. I don't want to
Little
know.
search bar there. You type in vasectomy clubhouse. Look, see, it comes up #1 on the search results.
Every time I
How many
do that, I
redheads are a
get
part
somebody
of the
else. Like,
Libertarian Party.
And boom, there it is.
no,
There we
Karen
are
Ann
in
is
all of our
not a
glory.
redhead, bro.
And then if you're not interested in vasectomy clubhouse and watching us, you
I
can
love-
just watch
I love
the
the
normal
picture down below.
vasectomy.
Oh, that stings. That brings back memories.
How many views does Vasectomy Clubhouse have now?
Versus the actual vasectomy.
Let's see. The actual vasectomy has 1.2 million views, and we have just a little bit less than that.
We got to be close though.
Clubhouse, that was like real early on too. So we need to get one
Yeah.
with higher views than that because we weren't, we're at the peak of our game now. So we weren't.
We're at
then.
peak performance.
I can't even say it with a straight face.
Bottom surgery clubhouse. Bottom
We're a
surgery
well-oiled
clubhouse.
machine now compared to then.
You didn't
I mean,
even change the title for this one.
What?
What kind of lazy ass bullshit is that? The night
I
before.
do have a question about the title.
Well, there is
that's what's
literally
shocking.
no other episode of this show called The Night Before, so why would I change
but-
the name of it?
Because that's like sorry.
Let me
Well, what
let
should
me
it
ask
be
you
then?
this though.
I wasn't
I don't
given
know.
any. There wasn't a lot of help given. It's
Did you ask?
The regrettable night before, as most
Jesus.
night befores are.
You see, I was thinking it should be the night of instead of the
Mm.
night before.
Yeah. Grammar police.
Mm.
He's gonna castrate you on this.
Like
one.
I
makes
get it's
sense
the night
that, like,
before,
zero-
the morning after, but
Zero is just a
Flow. But
placeholder.
but then our show should
It
be the
is.
morning
event.
of as well. It's,
I try to tell my students
'Cause
that
it's the
zero is
morning
just a
after what?
placeholder,
yeah, but
and,
where
like,
this is the night of
you just see
before the
brains
morning
on the
after,
ceiling.
even though there won't be a morning after tomorrow.
Right. So what's the event? Dawn? I guess that's to Mark's point. Like the night before and then the morning after. What is the? Is that dawn? So saying the night of kind of makes sense because then it's the night of, and then the morning after is the morning after the night of.
That was a lot of words, but I think we're in agreement, Dag.
Cool. Just trying to clarify.
Yeah,
Or make it worse. I don't know.
you
damn
stated
it! Now
that
I'm
very
just gonna make
clearly.
this a podcast and say fuck it. Let's see.
So-
We should ask. I know this isn't democracy. Democracy's gay. Blah blah blah. We should ask people to watch it. Should it be the night before or the night of? Throw.
Some
some
Nobody
thoughts.
cares.
I still think the
They're
night
not that
before
in-
is.
they're not
is
that invested.
appropriate.
They might be interested. What did you say,
They're
Clyde?
not.
I don't know.
What is in that Amazon box behind you?
Dude, I was just thinking the same thing. Other side.
You want to see? Because I don't
yeah,
know.
I might as well.
Oh, if you don't know, that's even better.
Oh.
Look at that
It
ass.
would really be a surprise.
It looks like
It'd be funny if he
Vasectomy
said, you know what,
Clubhouse.
guys, let's not do this bit. Just put it down.
So this is like this is the room that like when the lightning hit our house, like this was the hole, so it just got redone, as you can tell. Nice painted walls.
It's beautiful.
This is a storage room. Yeah, we got hit by lightning and it shorted out some of the wires and burned a hole in our walls, probably about that big, but it went out to the outside as well. I really should have. Well, I'm not going to say it on live TV, but called the fire
Take a
department and they came and put it out.
He's the worst at this.
Well, yeah, but you can put the words together. I'm not telling you for insurance's sake. Christmas ornaments. It's a Christmas ornament box.
Ah,
Oh,
little train.
well, they're adorable.
Everything else is wrapped, and I'm not going to. Well, this one's not.
I
Wrapped.
noticed they were all secular ornaments.
Well, we got a mouse.
Yeah.
A mouse.
There may have been a mouse in the manger, not the manger.
Here,
so
here's a.
And there
secular
were
ornament.
surely several rats. I'm sure
sure
they
That
don't
is definitely
put
not the
them
Star of
in the
David.
scenes. But yeah.
I would never. I wouldn't have a Star of David on my Christmas tree. I'm not like.
So
yeah.
when I was
That
in
one was
fifth
kind of like a
grade,
ninja throwing star.
My
when I
my
was in
brother
fifth
made
grade, my teacher was Jewish, and it was the first Jewish that I ever knew.
here we go.
And
that. Who's the first?
well,
Can't go a whole show with it.
so we were
It
making
is
Christmas
that
ornaments and stuff at Christmas time, and she had us making also like Star of David ornaments and like dreidel stuff. It wasn't like forced or anything, I don't think, but I think my dad was really like. He was holding back being angry about the fact I was bringing home Star of David Christmas ornaments, But I don't know how upset he really was. I might need to go back and ask him,
What is this?
I just thought it was a cool looking symbol, I guess, whatever. I didn't know much about Jewish people except the dreidel thing, because that was all she really taught us.
It's neat if you don't like Palestinians, I guess.
Oh, let's see. Vasectomy Clubhouse is still number 1 on the view list.
You're still stuck on your balls, huh?
Coming in second is South Korean story time with
Coming
Clyde,
in hot.
where
I
Clyde
told
did
little
not tell a
stories.
single South
Yeah.
Korean story at
Clyde
all.
told no stories about South Korea in that episode. I don't remember anything about that episode.
But that's what tonight's for. So,
So,
Clyde,
all right,
we have plenty
all
of time.
right. All right.
You're supposed to tell us
Uh,
about Junie or whatever.
Yeah.
Judy. Let's call her
Judy.
Judy.
Yeah, Judy.
Let's call her Judy because I don't like her. She was massive. Okay, like so, when you go over to teach overseas,
You mean up
like,
or side to side?
no, dude, we called her the gun.
I don't know
Okay,
what-
it's like a
Oh,
I
fupa,
don't get the
but it's like
Oh, that kind of massive.
It's like a gut and a cunt put together. It's
Oh,
Gunt.
gunt.
yeah, I
You
misheard
said
that.
the
Okay.
gun as a
No,
Yeah,
I know.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, a penis. Okay.
I care about the children.
We're getting right to it. Great.
Well, like there's so when you go over there to teach like overseas, you either go as like somebody that's just totally has no idea what they're doing with life, like like I got out of college and I'm like, well, I don't have a job and I don't know what to do, and like, okay, all my friends are going to grad school, and like I apply and they're like, yeah, sure, come teach in Korea. It's like, okay, cool, I got something to do, like and then you got people that end up being lifers, and I probably would have been a lifer if I didn't run into some issues with paperwork. But she was just this, like, she'd been there for like a while. She was massive. She was an alcoholic, which I no fault on her for being an alcoholic, but you can't go to the Outback and like drink yourself stupid and piss your pants like at the Outback and then walk home. Like, it just doesn't work. Okay. And I think the biggest issue with her, so like she was my roommate, not by choice. Like I got placed with her, like, because there's only 8 teachers at school, and it's like, okay, new guy, you get put with her. And they, as I found out later, they purposely did not send a picture of her to me while I was still in States for fear that I would not come. So it gives you a little bit of insight.
They're smart.
They were crafty motherfuckers.
It'd be funny.
It's
if
just like you're going to be rooming with a female, so get ready.
Yeah,
to
well,
have a good
that's
time.
it. That's it. They told me her name. I was like, hey, cool. All right, I can do this. And then I got there and was like, no. So she was not fond of the toothbrush. There were things.
Using it, she just
Yes, there were things done to the toothbrush. Like, you put like a piece of tape on a door to see when the door has been opened, if somebody's gone in. You can do the same thing to a toothbrush to see when it's been used. And it was like a bi-weekly event kind of thing. And there was one morning I was quite hungover, getting up ready to go to school at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'm going in to take a shower. I didn't have to worry about showers because she didn't shower. And I walk into the bathroom and I stepped in a puddle. Like, what the fuck is this puddle? Like, why is there a puddle? I know she didn't take a shower. I know this isn't water. Like, I'm not quite near the toilet. It can't be piss. So I stepped in a puddle and I sit down and I start taking my morning shit, and I look at the bottom of my foot and it is a bloody red mucousy mess. And it was just like, I realized at that moment that I had stepped in a puddle, like not a big puddle, but a clump. It was a uterine lining clump. It got stuck to my toe, and it was I was appalled, and it just, but that's the type of those are my career stories.
Is that why you got yourself like
How
run out
long
of the
did
country
you have to live
just
with
so
this
you
woman?
didn't have to put up with her? Like it
So-
was strategic, right?
No, it wasn't.
like an
'cause
Amber Heard type.
I had actually moved out and gotten
Was
a
she a
new
free
job.
bleeder?
She actually got, well, I won't get into the details, but I had moved on to another job at that point.
You still in contact with her?
When I left? No, I'm not. Although she reached out to me on Facebook not too long ago, maybe like 3 years ago.
You tell how long did you live with her?
6 months.
You tell me in that 6 months, did you ever have a weird like moment with her, like, you know what, you are hideous and disgusting?
No, because
We're having a moment right now.
in my mind, like I knew how, like they had like, I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't know what they were. It was like a light fixture kind of looking thing, like a softball size, screwed into the ceiling, but it had like sand in it. right? So I don't know if it was like a dehumidifier or like an air freshener or something. She told me that I needed to replace the light bulb in it. And so I'm like, okay. And I take it down. I'm like, it's got sand in it. It's ain't a light bulb. She's like, well, that's what happens to glass when it heats up. And that's when I knew, like, I'm not dealing with normal here. Like, this is like kid gloves and beyond. Like, yeah. She blamed me for
So,
dumping like
Just curious. These people,
How drunk were you the first time you guys hooked up?
Like I said, I left too soon.
That wasn't much of an answer, but okay.
Got really awkward for class.
There was, yeah. It was, okay.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
No,
That was a
no,
dick
it's
move.
okay. It's okay. When the live stream ends, I'll tell you all the details.
Oh goodness.
Was this like a dormitory?
No, it was a so the schools, they hire like, foreigners or whatever, and they have, I don't know if they buy like the apartment units, but it was like a 15-story high rise with like a bunch of other units in it, and it was just like that one room was always people that were teaching at the school.
Oh, okay.
But that was another story. One time I came home I was coming home from a friend's wedding, and I was pretty canned, and I'm swinging my keys around on my finger, right? You got the little key ring. Swing.
Yep.
They
Boss
slipped
used to get
off.
so bad when I do that.
Yeah, well, there's a reason. You drop them and they go down a sewer grate, and you are shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Especially at like 11 at night when you're drunk on a weekend, and the guy at the booth in the front of the apartment complex, like, he knows exactly what you're saying, that you've lost your keys and you need a new one to get in your room, and he won't help you out because you're that drunk way goop. Like, nope, not gonna happen. Yeah, so that was another good time, because my fat roommate was supposed to be like out of town in another area, so there's nobody in my apartment. So even, she was there. She was actually there and ignored me when I banged on the door really loud. So I ended up trying to scale the building to get there. And
She's like the reverse of Trumps. They're the inverse of Trumps. They're not sending their best. Like the South Korean people are like,
no,
they're not sending us.
no,
their best.
no. It was there. It's like a war crime to send her over there. To be honest with you, it's like,
So, did you end up retrieving the keys? Get out coat
No,
hanger?
oh no. I stay away from coat hangers. I had bad luck with them in high school. My
You care
girlfriend
to
had to
share the story, or
my girlfriend had to get a tetanus shot. That's all. Yeah.
All right. I'm not even gonna ask anymore.
It's like the insinuation is all we need. It's
No, but I decided I was fairly intoxicated. I decided that scaling the building would be an acceptable thing to do. Because they all have AC.
I've been there.
It's in the city, and like they all have grates around the outside of the AC that stick out like a good foot and a half, like out of the window. So you can climb up to the first like window ledge, which is like 4 feet, and then like reach up, grab the next one, step on top of the AC, and kind of pull yourself up. And we lived on the 15th floor, and I could make it, I figured. And I got up to about the 4th or 5th floor, and I kind of like lost my footing and fell like in the window. It's a half wall, and the whole like top half was windows, and it was screened in. And I fell in the window, and it was like, I don't know, man, 4 or 5 like Korean like teenager kids like sitting around watching TV at like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. There's this fucking foreigner just falls in the window, like, and I had my like
I'm sorry, we don't have these in my
on,
country.
and I had a dress shirt on with a collar and a tie. Like, I had taken my jacket off and left it at the bottom, but like I just come from a wedding, and yeah, they had no idea what to do. They were just like, they just stared at me. Like it's one of those things that like I'll remember when I'm like 80, and I'll be telling my grandkids, like,
El
Those are-
no
tho-
molesto.
When I was a freshman at Mississippi State, we lived on the third floor, and my roommate had this like $1,500 Bose surround sound system, and it had like the loudest speakers you'd ever heard. And there was this big sand volleyball
Do you
court.
sit on them?
No, there was this big sand volleyball court out just outside the dorms, and so like a bunch of us would get together in the afternoons after we were done with classes for the day, and just play volleyball. And we decided we needed some music, so I climbed the wall on the outside and came up on our window, and they opened the window and they ran the speakers out, and I set the speakers on top of the air conditioning unit because we had like a window unit. So I set the speakers on top of the air conditioning unit and then duct tape them down so that they won't fall off. And then we all just start blasting music outside into the campus while we go play volleyball. And like 45 minutes later, we have campus security just come rolling up on us. They're like, whose room is that? Whose speakers are those? We could hear them at the police station all the way on the other side of campus. It's like it's causing that's a menace to the entire campus right now. It's
Andy deframed him.
no idea. I don't know. That's probably some dumbasses. I don't know. You should probably go knock on their door and see if they're in. Make sure tell them to stop.
Justin spent 3 weeks in the hole for that little stunt.
Oh man, I am surprised. So we were like the fucking delinquents, which I mean it makes sense. The hall that I stayed in was
You haven't left that behind, huh?
no, not at all. That's it's a character flaw or whatever you want to call it. Might be a positive at this point in society.
Depends at the time, yeah.
I'd say as close to societal collapse as we are, it might actually be my strongest feature. So we did fake IDs, bootleg music, bootleg DVDs, all kinds of
What kind of IDs would you do? Like, where were you from?
Just
McLovin.
whatever state you wanted to be from. We actually had a really expensive printer that we could. All you needed to do was provide us with something that was roughly the size of a driver's license, and we could strip it and then make it look like whatever you wanted it to be.
Okay.
So a lot of people would just give us their student IDs because they didn't have anything else that was close to that same size. So like probably half the campus didn't actually have their student ID anymore or had to go get a replacement because we were stripping everything off of those and turning them into fake IDs.
Nice.
So what we were running all of this shit out of the dorm. And at one point, the campus or the university threatened to shut off internet to our entire floor of the dorm because they were getting threats from Paramount Pictures and one other movie studio that they were going to sue the university because of all the bootleg movies that we were making. So we got shut down like by the big dogs. Fortunately, that was all they caught us doing. So we continued to run our fake ID and I scaled the CD business back a little bit, but I mean we still ran that. I mean that's how we made all of our beer money for the weekend. So we couldn't shut down the whole operation.
I was from Jersey.
It was helpful. I don't know if the IDs still have them. I haven't looked at mine closely enough. They used to have like the holographic sticker on it. It's like it was helpful if you could provide us an ID that had the holographic sticker on it, and then we could just remove it from the original ID, and then there was a way to just kind of transfer it onto the fake and make it look like very smooth, because a lot of them they would see that holograph on there and they wouldn't even look at it past that, like, because that's legit.
Yeah. Now we had because at the time, I mean, we were going through the same time, but like most of them had like barcodes on the back of them and all sorts of fancy stuff. And Jersey was the last one that was kind of like there was just a hologram on the front of it. That was what we had going. It was Jersey, because you could put that together with just about anything. Couple pieces of lamination. Yeah, it worked anywhere.
I say, fortunately, being in the South, most of them didn't catch on to, or most of the liquor stores and clubs and stuff didn't catch on to actually using the barcode on the back and scanning. Like they just look at it, if they could see the hologram, then that was good enough. And some of them, they didn't even care about the hologram. Like just as long as you had the card, they were good with it.
That makes me really uncomfortable when like Kroger scans my ID when I'm buying like 12 pack or something, and then they like, instead of just punching in the date, they actually scan it. I'm like, man, like don't do that. Like I don't know why, it just bothers me. Like
It's like now you're on record. Like
I know, I don't want that. Like don't do that.
like the government sees that you're buying a 18 pack from Kroger every 3 days, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna put him on a watch list.
I swear to God, I don't drink Natty Light, please. You know?
They'd rather you be
Now
doing that
everybody
than buying
knows, you
3
know?
cases of ammo every week. So they get him drink
Yeah.
himself to death. It's better for him.
And
But
thank
they don't
God,
know. They don't know what I'm doing with those cans.
thank God, Rural King
Forgeries.
doesn't scan the ID whenever you buy ammo.
Yeah, God bless them. Forgeries always like seems so like fascinating and like brazen to me because I don't know, it just always seemed like a ballsy way to go. I had a buddy who like he never got like car insurance, but like he'd make fake insurance cards, and like when he'd get pulled over, he'd give them to the cop, and it was like fine, you know.
Really?
Like yeah, like I'm like, dude, like I thought they could like look it up. I don't know, man, but that would just seem like whoo, because that's like
That was scary.
that's a lot of like charges.
Mm.
If you get caught doing that, like that's a lot of fucking risk. Like I'll just buy
You're
car
kind of, I mean, at
insurance.
that point, you're kind of preying, as the offender, you're kind of preying on the ignorance of the cop in that case. Like you're kind of rolling the dice that he's not going to follow through. He's not going to actually check on it. He's just going to look at it, be like, yeah, it looks good enough to me, and then move on. I mean, that's
ignorance of the cop. It's
yeah.
a pretty safe bet these days, right?
I mean, like yeah, well, like forged documents, like okay, that seems like a last line of defense. Like okay, like a Hail Mary, God, I hope these work, kind of thing. Not something you like use as your front line. You know, that's all.
Mhm. No, man, and that's especially because like when they have the chance to run it or check it, you know, it's one thing if like you give the bartender your ID and it's not real, like they're whatever, they tell you to go home and they take it, you know, like you don't give a shit. But like giving a cop like fake paper, I don't know. It scared me. I couldn't do it.
Nowadays, like okay, so Justin's probably old enough to already avoided this, but like now it's like a fucking terrorism charge to use a fake ID. You know, like
Is
if
it
you're a
really?
fucking kid and you're using
Is
a
it
fake
really?
ID, yeah, man, it's a like it's fucking terrorism or federal or some fucking crazy bullshit, dude. It's not just like oh you kids. It's like okay, you're like it's a big deal.
yeah.
No,
if
I don't
we
know
had
if
gotten-
On the wrist, huh?
if we had gotten caught back then with doing the fake IDs, we'd have gotten slap on the wrist, some community service, some fines probably. Like if we got caught doing that now, we would probably all be doing some years in prison.
Ross
like
Ulbricht, man.
yeah, we're not going to jail. We're going to prison.
Federal pound me in the ass prison.
Like I ain't going out
That's
like that.
nothing to say. Justin wouldn't mind that, but
Yeah, I mean, he's the dude that wants to.
he's thinking about
eventually get
starting
married
it
to
up
a
right
man.
now just to make a little bit of money and get a little pounding on the side.
Party for his
I-
kind.
I was just thinking of how many shanks I can fit in my ass. Because I'm definitely stabbing somebody if I go to prison.
But
you gotta get
I was
first
I was
day, that's
thinking
what I
that
hear.
you were like, you know, never mind. It's like
I
one of
get
those
the whole
videos.
thing.
There's
How many
another
things
thing
put
we
in
should
there?
just clip of this show is Justin. I was just thinking of how many shanks I could fit in my ass. Okay, man. This is falling.
They make you squat and cough when they strip search you in case you have shanks in your ass. If you do that, it punctures your colon and kills you. So,
Really?
yeah. So if nothing else, point it down, I guess is the lesson.
I was
Point
gonna
the
wrap it
pointy
in.
end
I was gonna
down.
wrap it in like rubber
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
saran
no,
wrap
when they
won't work
search
for
you,
that.
you squat and cough, and then that's supposed to.
Yeah, I don't think your spear
The
is gonna
fact that
fit,
you could
man.
even think that would fit up your rectum like scares me.
Dude, they fit smartphones these days, man. It's pretty impressive.
I was
Okay,
just pointing out like the rubber
Is that
cover.
what
like,
5
get
years
some-
of prison
I
does?
just need to
you?
put
You
something like this on it
smartphone
so
up
that it
your
doesn't.
ass.
Dak, you saw Justin in the flesh. He said he's tall, but is he that tall? Like, is he
He's,
gonna fit the
he's,
spear?
he's pretty tall, and he's not as like goofy and lanky like a lot of tall dudes are. I was kind of curious when I met him if he
He's
was
got
going to be
some
really
meat.
like goofy, lanky, like white boy, but you know, he said he was an athlete. He wasn't too goofy. Yeah,
That's
I was
good. He's
impressed.
in it.
yeah.
Not like
So you just,
a
you
praying
just put your
mantis.
thumb over his face when you were looking at him.
You know what I mean? The locomotion of tall people.
He didn't walk on his hands. Is that one of those like? Yeah. He's white.
Oh fuck! I didn't see him that drunk.
Yeah, I had to.
Mr. Swamp Donkey over there. He's a tripod.
Oh, here you go.
I say Swamp Donkey, and you say "Here you go," and I'm like,
You say, "Oh my god, right here."
I don't need to know the rest of this story. Who is Steve?
What
He's a
That's
friend
Mark's
of mine
buddy,
up
right?
here in Michigan.
That was the Simpsons fan, right?
Steven?
Yeah.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
was
if
the
you're a Simpsons fan, if you're a Simpsons fan,
Yeah, did you guys watch?
what do
the
you do when
episode
they
with
put
Reich?
Robert Reich on there?
Oh yeah, we're on the same
Well,
page here.
Yeah.
What's funny is I was
See
actually
you.
thinking about Steven when I came across a meme recently, and I should have saved it. And it was a Simpsons meme, and it was making the joke of don't watch anything past season 9. So I don't know if that's a roundabout way of answering your question. That I don't really, it's dead to me. The Simpsons has been dead to me for decades now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about the Robert Reich thing. Like, what the fuck was that? I didn't see it or see any
Who
clips
is-
or anything, but maybe I should.
Who is he? Like, I just know he's
on
a
the Clinton
total
administration.
douche
Economist,
doesn't know
right?
his ass from his elbow, but like,
Well, I think
He's
he's
some
an
dwarf.
economist.
Nobody
think
should ever
that's
take it.
Yeah.
What they
He's
call
just some
him
dwarf.
anyways.
Nobody
He
should
calls
ever take
himself.
economic advice from somebody who's under 5'5".
is he grumpy, or is he bashful? What kind of dwarf is he?
Surly.
What am I seeing sneak across the back of your? Oh wait, that was your mic. Never mind, Justin. I thought I saw a cat's tail, like behind you.
Behind me?
Justin's tail.
Yeah, but it was.
I mean,
Justin's got a tail. Justin's still rocking a tail.
I thought somebody was running up on me yesterday. I about speared nobody. I about speared Dag's wife, actually.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, my wife walked behind me in frame, and like I watched Justin like go like this, like at the same like time, So it's like, oh shit. But
For
he
some
thought he
reason,
was
I
having a
thought
ghost or something.
for some reason I thought it was my screen, and somebody had walked behind me. Like I was for
Just
real
like
about
you
to
immediately grabbed for the spear.
because
That's good to know.
because Nadia was in her room asleep. My wife had already left for work. The door didn't open. Like I didn't hear anybody come in. So I was about to spear a ghost. Like it was going down. Y'all are gonna see me get in a ghost fight live on.
Can you spear a ghost? Hey,
I mean, I'm gonna
Oh.
try.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work so well.
It's what
Where
makes it so
are
scary
you
is
all
there's
on
no
ghosts?
How do
Where
we feel
are we
about
on
ghosts?
ghosts?
Are ghosts real?
I think so.
Okay. So
Are we-
I think
towards
really
ghosts?
the question is then what is said ghost? Because I could say like people are seeing something. Is it an energy thing? Is it?
I would say
is it a
it's like an
dimensional
energy thing. Yeah.
I think that we don't know what our universe is, and so I think there's shit going on that we can't comprehend, and ghosts somehow come out of that.
I think that
I buy
they
that.
tend to reside in places where terrible things have happened.
It seems as
So
Why?
it's like an accumulation of negative energy that's just like with no way to dissipate.
like Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Ghostbusters
Think
2
about that.
specifically, the best Ghostbusters ever.
I have.
I think
Probably is going to
Ghostbusters are
shock
the
you guys,
ladies.
but I haven't seen Ghostbusters.
You didn't see the one with the ladies?
No.
God, that was so terrible.
You saw it? You fucking homo.
I haven't seen. I think we watched the first one recently, but otherwise I haven't seen them in years.
It's funny, Dag's seen like Ghostbusters recently. He just watched the original
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Dag's,
Well, that's
Dag's finally
actually
catching
been-
up to.
Well, no, that's actually been a thing we've been doing the last couple of years. Is like for movie because most new movies really suck. So we've been like going through and watching all like the old classics that like I should have seen and never saw, kind of thing. And then even if they suck, it's like whatever. It's good for the reason that it's
Have you seen
Classics.
Dazed and Confused?
Oh yeah.
All right, Dazed and
about-
Confused is my mom's favorite movie that she can never remember that she actually watched. She had dual knee replacements. She had both knees replaced, and I don't know what they had her on, but she was on some good drugs. So as long as I
You
kept
stole them. You stole them, Chris, whatever.
Watch Dazed and Confused. While she
Sonichu.
suffered in pain in the next
no,
room.
as long as I kept Dazed and Confused
What
playing
else
on
did
the
you do to
TV
her?
in the kitchen, as long as I kept Dazed and Confused playing on the TV in the kitchen, and I kept bringing her clean laundry, she would just pull laundry out of the hamper,
She's gonna
iron
need
it,
those clean
fold it,
undies after you're
and
done.
then
huh?
set it aside and just laugh her ass off watching Dazed and Confused. And then one day I was at mom and dad's house and it came on, and she goes, "Oh, what's this? That looks funny." I was like, "Mom, you literally stood in the kitchen for 5 hours straight watching this on a loop, ironing the shit out of some clothes." She's like, "I don't remember that. I don't think that happened." I'm like, 100% happened. Like,
I get that and Fast Times at Ridgemont High kind of cross
Oh, what's Clyde
Venn
about to do?
diagram from time
I
to
don't know.
time.
I'm trying to see. My chair is uncomfortable.
I feel like they're kind of similar movies in some ways.
Yeah.
I know
I
they're
don't think
different, but I just get some of them.
I saw part of Ridgemont High once.
Dazed
Part
and
of it.
Confused is better.
I think you got
Dazed
turned
and
off. 'cause
Confused is
there's-
much better.
Is there boobies in Fast Times? Ridgemont High?
Yes.
Yes. So I probably
It's-
did not see that.
There's the famous pool scene with the Cars song. That's Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which car song?
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, you know how cute I always thought you were. Whatever his name is.
Thank
It's
you.
like slow motion.
I don't know.
He's in the red bathing suit.
I'm trying to remember.
I
God,
know
what were the
nothing
Cars
of what
songs?
you
I
guys were
remember
saying.
Cars. I remember the Cars because I remember listening to them, but I remember they were like a shitty '80s band. But that's about all I remember. I can't
I'm going to
remember
see
their
Dead
songs.
Kennedys.
That's not a
Speaking of
shitty
old bands.
'80s band though.
It's not, but
No,
it's an old band I'm going to see. I'm terrified to see how old they're going to look. It's going to
Oh.
make me feel bad.
Where is? Never mind.
I got the opportunity. Someone hit me up and was like, "Hey, you want tickets?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So,
Mark's constantly shrugging at me, but I don't like it.
You don't like what?
Shrugging at me for cutting off my.
Just you do it all the time.
But
Just say
because
it.
I
Just
forget what
say
I
it.
forget what I'm going to say. I forget what I'm going to say.
Is that what it is?
That's
Yes,
not
I
an
don't
excuse.
remember.
So you
Not
are
an
Oh.
40.
excuse.
here
Is
we
that-
go.
What is that? That reminds me of like
Yeah, what it
8.5.
is. True. Oh.
This is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
This
It's on
seems really
YouTube, so there's
similar
no
to
way
the
they'll show it, right?
Who? Wait a minute. You
Oh,
Christmas
somebody
Vacation.
just was giving me like the dirty, Deep Purple riff, like dun dun dun, the smoke on the water. Like that's not Cars, man.
No, it's not. That's not Deep Purple or the Smoke on the Water.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, is this where we're gonna get taken off?
You cut it, dude. I was like, you can't cut that.
I don't think it's going to
That's
show
not
it, but I'm not going to take that chance. It's on YouTube. So there's like a 99.9% chance it doesn't.
Yeah, I
But
don't
It
think
does
it-
not. No, it does not. It cannot.
not
No,
taking
you
that
gotta go
risk.
to breastfeeding videos if you actually want boobs.
In case you were
Wow.
curious.
I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna ask.
So I've heard.
Huh. That was a quick like. You just threw that out there real fast.
That's why you
though,
guys keep me
so
around,
I-
man. Every now and then I come in with something good like that. I've got my moments.
Ah, shit. Senior moments of boobs.
Yep.
I don't know, man. What Mark? You missed the Uvalde talk. How do you say that? Uvalde.
The what?
Uvalde.
Oh yeah, I struggle with that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know.
The uvula?
Uvula?
I don't.
I've
think that's
never
it,
shot
but
a
we'll go with
uvula.
that. Was it a good chat?
Have you ever scaled a building, Mark?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Unless you're calling a giant penis a building.
I jumped from a 3rd-story staircase to a 3rd-story balcony once to get into an apartment,
Yeah.
but I didn't. That's the closest.
Did she know you were coming in?
Yeah, she was on the ground saying, "Please get me in my apartment." Some dude started yelling at me. I was up there, and she was like, "It's okay."
So it wasn't. Okay.
No, everything was on the level. I was way drunk, but yeah, definitely shouldn't have done that.
Mark, have you
Yeah.
ever been drunk?
Dude, I have never been drunk.
Have you ever drank other than communion?
Have I had alcohol before? Is that what you're asking? Yes.
Yes.
I guess those are 2 different questions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they are 2 very different questions. Like, have I had alcohol and have you been drunk? Or
Yeah, no, I have not been drunk. I have had alcohol. I've
so
only
after
been
listening to all of these drunken stories. You're not
Yeah, it
convinced
makes me
that you
really
should give this a shot.
Absolutely.
You get your Superman britches that way, man.
And then I was only like high. I guess I've been high twice, but I mean super high. That one time I told you guys that. I think I said that on the show, right?
Oh God, I'm so glad
I've
you
never
said it.
heard that story, but
Well, I thought I mentioned it once, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I couldn't remember if you told that on.
I
air
can't
or
remember
off.
if I'd said it on the
So-
show or if I did it after the show.
So, but now that you've mentioned it, I don't have to feel bad anymore. So, okay,
There we go.
weight has been lifted.
Long story short, Clyde,
why are you singling me out?
he said you never heard it before.
Yeah, he didn't tell
Oh,
a story to you.
My friends, so one of my roommates, my friend had some edibles in our pantry, and on one particular day, my other roommate was
underwear and you
making,
didn't know.
this day, my other roommate was making like normal brownies, and later in the day, I was like, "Oh, those brownies smell good. I'm gonna grab some of those," not knowing those were in the microwave, and it was the edibles that I grabbed out of the pantry and ate. Pretty big size one. Never been high before in my life. And I'm sitting there watching a basketball game. All of a sudden, my world is spinning. I'm going through portals. I'm outside. I'm inside. I'm back outside again. I ended up taking an ambulance trip. to the hospital.
Edibles will,
For real.
Edibles hit some people hard.
I
Too.
thought I was having
Yeah.
a nervous breakdown. Like I called my mom. I was like,
Yeah.
"Mom, I'm like dying. So I don't know what's going on here."
Oh
And
man, we
then-
need Magoo. We need Magoo in here. He has a pretty good edible story.
So my
Carry
world
on.
stopped spinning the moment my friend like comes into the hospital room. He's like, "Dude, you're high." I was like, "No, I'm not." Like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, those brownies you ate, like that was an edible." I was like, "I hate you. I'm gonna murder you tonight."
And I'm gonna need about $20 for those brownies too, by the
Yeah.
way, because you ate a pretty big piece there.
It was an
Yeah,
expensive
man.
high.
Well, it's funny because it's like one of those things where it's like a psychological like experiment / case study of something I've always been so like curious about. Of like, because like if I accidentally got high, like I'd probably realize like, oh, like I'm high, you know, because like I've done every.
Yeah, I had no like point of
I'd
reference.
realize
I was
it,
like,
you
I
know?
guess I'm
Yeah.
having a nervous breakdown. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, I could see how you think you're dying. I mean, enough people who these days, because the weed's way too good these days. Like any person who works in the emergency room will tell you, it's like a dozen people a week come in thinking they're dying and they're just really way too high. You know, panic attack or whatever. You know, it causes anxiety, but it happens so much these days because it's it's just
That-
fucking everywhere now. It's
I
awesome.
mean, that kind of happened to me. Like it was just something that like I was in a bad headspace and it was a bad experience one time, and then forever thereafter, like the mental like conditioning, I'm just there. Any other time,
Yeah.
I'm like in that mental spot, and it's like, okay, it's done. That's fine, But it's weird how that works,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a time one time I was first learning about dabs, let's say, and I thought I was this close to calling my friends to come take me to the hospital before I distracted myself with cleaning my kitchen and then realized I was fine. So, it was fine. But yeah, it can happen, But it's an anxiety thing, Like back in the day, it was like, oh, paranoia is like a side effect, right? And it's like, oh, now it's actually called anxiety.
gotta
and it's
wonder.
way worse.
How much is of the paranoia is that like I'm going to be hauled off to jail and raped?
Probably significant.
Right? I mean, like if you didn't have to worry about getting your anus perforated, like, would you care?
Yeah, especially if there's that crazy speared guy in that jail cell.
Are you gonna do it just
I'm
for
just-
fun?
I'm just saying, if I'm going to jail, I'm gonna be the raper, not the rapee.
That's what you say now. So you figure out, hey, this is I kind of like this. Do you guys ever see?
Didn't we talk about this on the last episode? Like, the butt stuff is just not my thing. It's just,
Oh yeah, you clammed up real good.
I saw this in the chat. Apparently, you guys had a conversation about butt stuff.
Corn on the cob, butt stuff. It was a good show. You missed it.
Sorry, I wasn't there.
it's already made top 10 on our most viewed list. So
Okay, cool.
Is it really?
Is it? Wait, what?
yeah, Friday's episode is already top 10 in our most viewed list.
What was it called?
Shoot your shot, man, or shoot your shot, bro.
We never even did that video, did we?
Wait, there's a video. I'm so confused.
Remember the video of the what was that? A concert? You don't remember? It was in the chat. I don't think we didn't do it on the show.
If there's anything in the chat, I just
Just
I
assume
figure
that
anything important in the
Honestly.
chat, Justin's gonna bring up like here.
I think
And
he's
Mark
working on it. He's got
doesn't
that look
even
in
go.
his
Mark doesn't even go in the chat. It's like three of us fucking
I
around.
go
Mark's
in
like
the chat.
I'm too good for this.
I show up in the chat every
Fucking
day.
ingrates. Yeah.
I mean,
Usually-
yes.
usually at
Shut
some
up,
point.
chat. Only to ask what time the
And-
show's
Nope.
at.
shared the cotton picking.
What? Yeah. So
Picture in
what
the
was
chat
that
the other
about?
day.
Explain that to me.
I don't know.
'Cause
That was
couldn't
like
see
the top like forms of like agriculture in each of those areas of the state.
Oh yeah, that picture.
it. But so
Yeah,
what?
it was
Like
not
what was
actually-
crazy about it?
I don't know. It was just cool. I don't think it was crazy. I just thought it was
Okay.
cool.
This the initial tweet was like, "Oh,
No, I can't pull
see
that
what's
up.
wrong with this."
Oh,
The
bummer.
only thing I saw was that there was no like, I don't know, African American Black people. I don't know what the proper term is now. South of like the Mason-Dixon line, they're still doing the same tasks, but like people up north were white, people down south were black. It's kind of curious.
That's what stood out to you on the map. I guess I didn't really.
Yeah,
Well, I saw one part.
I thought it was gonna be about race.
that's just because you were looking at the sheep and like the UP, and you're like you got a hard on, and that's all you could think about
Be a sheep farmer.
with Velcro gloves, and you know.
Are they still called shepherds? Is this still the term we use?
I mean, shepherds don't. I mean, it depends what you have planned for your sheep. I
Well,
don't think you'd be a shepherd. Shepherds
You
usually.
don't.
I mean, yeah.
You don't trust my shepherding skills? Wow.
Where is that
Okay.
picture? I'm trying to find it so I can pull it up.
I'm gonna take that silence as a no.
There was
He
nothing
doesn't.
there.
He would not trust you for a single night with his sheep
I guess not.
or goats.
The guy would be just like Jesus, and I would go after that one lost sheep.
Well, because that's
Or lamb.
that was the vulnerable one.
Maybe, yeah, exactly, because that's a vulnerable one.
Yeah.
Mhm. Scottish to his core with that ginger hair. Mhm.
Now I'm second guessing all this shepherd business. I was looking into it and everything, but
You just got to get
I
a
mean-
crook.
I mean, this is not the picture we're talking
Is that what
about.
you shared? I'm having.
Just like the Japanese.
I can't find the map you shared.
Yeah, well, that wasn't it.
Oh,
Definitely not a map.
here I thought it was the
Yeah,
video
you
of the
confused that
attempted
with a
on-stage
map.
rape.
Yeah, what was that? What was it? Was
That-
that like?
That was the shoot your shot, bro. Get it when you got the chance. I mean, I guess it was a
I
concert.
shared that video. I gave that video to you.
Yeah. What was it? A concert, and she
I don't
invited
know,
a dude
man.
on stage. Apparently,
I don't know. She was like
Oh,
grinding all over that, and then
yeah.
Yeah, he just
He
decided.
Where did they go?
That was a yes.
But I think between when he dropped Trout and he like I don't know what he was wearing, but it was something like it was kind of ridiculous. And then like security was right there. And it was just like, dude,
Okay, so he
you're
wasn't naked
fucked.
because listen, I didn't
No.
think I saw.
Did we
No,
go back
oh,
to
no,
talking
no.
about the LP?
He had on like a Speedo. We are.
I'm
Talking about it
sure a
right
naked
now.
man made an appearance on stage at some point. It
There
wouldn't
had
be
to
the
be.
last people
Angela
mentioned
got
that
up on
didn't.
stage and there was like 5 naked guys rushing it. And,
Mark, how do you feel about
Oh,
your sister running around like this?
I love this one.
Oh
The
man.
van,
Oh,
the
Mark's
shorts,
having
it's got it all.
Mark's having some feelings over there.
I'm having second thoughts about.
being a ginger.
She's not my sister, first of all. Before I say anything else.
Just because he models his hair after her.
Is it
I think
bad
I
that
do
I
a
want a
beard
van
better
like
than her.
that?
Yeah, you do. You do look better with a beard than she would, for sure.
Thank you.
I
What
don't
did you say,
know.
Clyde?
I might enjoy some of that tickle on the scrotum.
And the show's dead. That's it.
I said I've always wanted a van like that. I've always wanted one of those big vans.
On the real, they are great vans. The problem is that you're the first in line. Like, okay, so if a
You just
significant
get
other,
pulled over all the
others
time.
of your well, yeah, there's that. But like, if your girlfriend comes up missing, they always go to you first anyhow. If you have a
I mean,
van
fair
too,
enough, though.
you're fucked. The jury is not giving you any slack. That's all.
Like I just like I want a vehicle that I can put curtains in the back. Like as a kid when I was like 17, I wanted to get like a station wagon and just like just put the seats down and leave them down and put like one of those bamboo like mats down and like run some chili lights out of my cigarette lighter and like just
Mm-hmm.
have a pimp ride like that. And I never did it.
It's
And
dope.
now that I'm like almost 40, I'm like, yo, I could get one of those conversion vans and pimp the shit out of this. And it's got a hitch on it, which
Mhm.
beats my like Toyota Sienna, like
The older I get, the more appealing a van is. I gotta say.
for real. The number of chickens you could put in there.
Used to be chicks. Just most chickens.
What's going on?
Gentlemen,
in
say
this
hello to
picture?
the second base mobile.
Is that the shoot
Quadraphonic
your-
sound and a
Is
strobe
that the
light.
shoot your shot picture you're talking about?
Oh no, but thanks for showing off. I didn't want to brag too hard and put it out there for everybody to see, but I'm sure nobody's watching anymore. So, yep, that
They
was
gave
my.
up a while ago.
They will. They
That was I was very proud of that the other day.
One shot for each.
Well, so in fairness, the one on top was probably rat shot because I had like a couple rounds of rat shot left. So I found a nest of them and like I pulled the board back and I fired into there.
bastard.
Yeah, and then there was one that was running around all over the chicken coop that had escaped the carnage. And by that point, I had a 22 short in there. So I waited until he stopped for half a second and I managed to fucking peg him. So
Nice.
What the fuck is Morty doing? Like
I think
that's his
the wrong-
job.
I think that's the wrong word. You're not supposed to.
pegging him.
Yeah.
Gotta let him know who his boss. Yeah, I had to let any remaining rats know what the fuck was coming. So.
Dag's got he got a closet full of toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls. You just drop them right down there, huh?
Did I tell you about catching that mouse the other day?
No.
So
You put some cheese in your beard and he just got tangled up.
no, I guess there were some sticky traps like underneath the refrigerator over at the main house, and I was over there swapping out laundry, and I heard
So
this.
who
like,
lives in the main house though? That's the real question. You got like 5 houses. You got a million
Nobody.
kids, and I just got to
Nobody.
figure out like
We're in the process of gutting and renovating the main house.
Oh, I wish I had my beeper app ready. I would have said who lived in the main house.
So anyway, I heard this like I was over there swapping out laundry, and I heard this like tap 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 tap, and I turned around, and this mouse has got his little back legs caught in this sticky trap, and he's like trying to crawl his way across the floor with it, It was
Oh,
really
poor little
cute and
fella.
pathetic. So
Really cute.
so I grabbed the trap up and took him outside, and I peeled his little back legs up.
You didn't
off of
marry
the
him?
I peeled his little back legs up off of the sticky trap, and then
I
I
was
threw him in the
giving your history. I figured, that's how you
threw him
usually
in the
do.
pen with the chicken,
Sweet and pathetic.
and then watched the carnage ensue.
You're an
Oh,
asshole.
yeah, there you
You're
go.
an asshole, Mr. Brown.
The main chicken, hey, she ran over, grabbed him by the scruff of his neck, and then just went smashed his little head into the ground 3 times, and then they proceeded to rip him in from end, and there was it was a bloody, disgusting mess. It was crazy, brutal, and
What happened to those rats? Those rats in that picture. One of them
pretty
grabbed him by the entrails, dragged him away. Chickens are vicious bastards,
dude. They don't quit. Well, after this hole in our
here we
roof, like I've had to go on a mouse killing spree because they came in, and I found a nest with some babies, and like I felt bad, like just killing them, So I gave them to the kids' turtle, and then just dropped the rest to the chickens. Just like, and
The turtle eats them?
Oh, yeah.
oh man, turtles are pretty vicious too. If you get like
Dude,
a turtle, and
You feel
if
like
you
they're
get a
so
turtle and you
nice.
put it in like an aquarium with some water where it can get down and get under the water, and just put a couple of little like minnows or something in there, they'll just rip those things in half. Like they'll eat them down to they'll leave the head and bones, and they'll just
when I was in college, I ran for a little bit, and used to run by a stream, and my roommates found
we've
snapping
seen your
turtle.
rainbow shorts.
You still have those shorts?
Yeah. What kind of question is that? Why would you get rid of those?
I don't know. Maybe
That's
they
what he
come
wears
on.
to the club
Oh.
on the weekends.
It's not
In what
rainbow. It's
universe?
tie dye, you dickhead.
It's worse.
That's where I'm a come to wherever the hell you live and shave your head.
I can show you on this map. Oh well, the map's gone now.
But they had a snapping
Cool.
turtle that they had found as a little baby, and they grew it up big and kept it in a terrarium. And they used to feed it mice, like live mice, in this 30-gallon terrarium or aquarium, and it would, dude, it was like I don't know, should be illegal.
We say this, and I was even for a second like, oh, I thought turtles were nice, but actually my biggest fear as a kid was alligator snapping turtles, because I swam in the rivers and they existed in those rivers, and I was just, they take your fucking foot off, man.
It wasn't manatees.
No, man, manatee rape wasn't that prevalent back then. It wasn't the problem it is today, But I mean, it's our fault. We destroy their natural habitat. You push them in closer to humans. What do you want?
Oh shit!
Actually, dolphins are the rapists. Dolphins,
They resort to rape.
Do that. Yeah.
I appreciate that you went there, because I was going to go there and I didn't have to. I appreciate
About the
this.
dolphins?
So the manatees and the dolphins. That's the one. I don't swim in the ocean because I'm afraid of the dolphins.
What is on the woman's face?
It's
a
a
Jew
Jew.
nose. That is I saw that, and that is one of those memes that I felt uncomfortable sharing that. It was whoa, this is
Why didn't
for real. Okay.
Because it's too honest. It's like
I
most
don't know,
memes.
'cause
Most memes have that level of sincerity, but also silliness and humor to them. But that one's just too on the nose.
There's yes.
We've devolved to dad jokes.
Those are some dad jokes. Those German dad jokes, I guess.
Third Reich dad jokes.
Third Reich? What? Oh, fuck.
Justin, what does your show say?
I was gonna ask that. Don't hate me because I'm because I'm.
Did your kids get you that shirt?
My wife actually got it for me, and then ever since she got it for me, she's been trying to get me to shave my beard. No, then I can't wear the shirt. What do you think?
Did you tell her to shave her beard?
She didn't think it through.
She did not.
So 1 for 1. It's a trade.
She asked me earlier today, what's going on with this? Because apparently it's getting too long. I don't know.
I get that all the time about my mustache. So you gotta shave those things on the side. I'm like, no. This is the only hair I can grow, not on my nuts. Like, the stuff on my head is going. This is the only thing left. Like, I'm growing it as long as it can be. It'll be down to my nipples eventually. I'll be.
Ooh, man, chewing it.
I
Do you have a
Yeah.
problem with water retention in your mustache?
Once
No,
you get your
but
band, it'll look really good.
flavors and smells.
Mm,
Just
yeah.
I definitely have a problem with like ice cream or like Chinese food.
What do you eat with your chin?
What?
How do you eat ice cream with your chin?
Well, no, like it'll drip and then it just
I understand what he said.
runs
It
down.
drips.
into-
Is it what?
What are you
You
guys?
know where you
children?
brought up
Chill
ice cream
out, man.
drip. You can't let ice cream drip. It's you
Like
just
wings too.
liberally around the rim. You just gotta.
Well, yeah. Now wings and
Get that
barbecue sauce.
tongue
That's
out
a different story. Yeah, that's excusable. That's everywhere. What do you
Well,
want?
but that's why.
But I
they
mean, you
give
don't eat ice cream the
wipes.
same way. Use utensils.
I mean, no, but ice cream is unruly. It does what it
No,
wants sometimes.
no,
really
you don't
getting in
even
there.
live where it's freaking like. It's not even hot enough to melt.
We have ice cream
Get
here. I
outta
got
here.
some right up the road here.
Yeah, and it doesn't melt.
Yes, it does.
It's gonna be 90 degrees here in a couple days.
Are you
Be
crying?
90
That
tomorrow.
Walmart ice cream that doesn't melt. You guys have seen that, right? The cheap Walmart ice cream that doesn't melt.
Is it? That's a thing. That seems.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the
Fake.
watermelon flavor stuff?
I think
Is that what
Here
the
we go.
outrage
like
was
ice,
about?
ice cream sandwiches, dude. I want that ice. If I brought that flavor ice cream home, my wife would be thrilled with me.
the black ice cream? Or
I mean, that is
Yeah.
that is
And then you'd have to go sit in the closet. and
That's what I
wash.
was concerned. Like, was it too white of an ice cream, and that's why they were outraged?
yeah, that's
Just
complete
some
white.
basic
wash.
white bitch shit.
It's got to have some corn kernels in there.
Do black people like ice cream?
Do black people like ice cream?
Do I look so
have
black?
to.
I'm okay.
But I feel like
That's a
they
weird
like
question,
vanilla
but
ice
I'm
cream
like,
or
wait, I
something.
don't think I see many black people eating ice cream.
Do you see many black people?
We got a few
No.
up here.
Canadians don't count.
We don't have a lot. So we went to an
I
ice
worked
cream
with a lot
place
of
for late lunch, early dinner today, but they also have regular food. And I did not see any black people there. But that could just be the town I live in.
Did you see any Jews?
They were not advertising it if they were.
Notice how I call
But
them they.
to answer your question, doubtful.
Okay.
I mean,
I
he's in
remember
Florida,
last time you said you've
and-
never seen a Jew before.
He's in Florida, and DeSantis is the new Hitler, so I think all the Jews have fled by now.
Well,
just
they live in Miami.
Ah,
Yeah.
They're
I don't go there.
consolidated. Is it
You
one
can just
county or
cut
is it
that.
two
You
counties?
can just cut that part of the state off.
You really can.
Miami
dig
seems
a canal
awful
and
to
let
me.
it just float.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only
Uh,
thing that keeps that state afloat, man. Without
Miami.
Miami, like
Uh,
Florida would just
What do you
be-
mean?
what about Orlando?
No. All the
I thought
cities,
those were
man.
things that were making it sink.
Without the cities, every
No,
red
no, it's-
state would just perish.
No, see,
if
we had the villages.
If we didn't have
The
Detroit,
villages
then we would be
get rid.
right.
Yeah. The
It's
villages is the largest old folks like community in the fucking world.
Yeah, you know.
I do really love that. That's like the argument against
Weirdo.
secession by all of the leftists is that
I know.
if it weren't for all the big cities and the blue states, then all of these red states would just go under. It's like, okay, so just let us fucking do it then.
Then let us go.
I bet.
Prove your
Uh-huh.
point. Prove your point. Like, just be like, all right, fuck off, bye.
I
Let's
dare
see how long
you.
it takes. Come on, let's test this theory. Like, you can be the control group and y'all can hang
You
out
won't.
and do your own
You
fucking
won't.
thing. and
You
we'll-
wouldn't. Mhm.
So, like, this is how you run an experiment. Just you just let it happen. Let's see what goes. How it
So-
works out.
If secession were to happen, along what lines would it be?
Now
Because
I've gotta
before
find
it
my
was
map.
before it was easy enough to kind of like you could
My
kind of
answer-
define it. Like there was still like slaves up, north of Mason Dixon, up north of that line that they drew. Like, there was still slaves in the Union.
Yeah. It's all political.
But like, how do you do it? Do you do the same thing now? where it's just like these like southern states, like okay, or is it like red state versus blue state? Because it
is not
But-
either of
but-
those things. It is the general election map, and it's all the red. Versus
but where
all the blue.
but
You just formalize the map.
is that succinct enough?
No, but
And what does that map look like? I don't even know.
it's
Well,
not
so
even
but
that clean.
is that cities or states though? That map.
So it's areas. So just pull up like the
Like,
last.
what's New York going to be? Is
election.
New York going to be all blue, or is New York
Basically,
going to
what
be
you got is
partially blue and partially
you got
red?
city democracy versus rural democracy, even though it wouldn't really be democracy in those areas.
So are you saying the rural places would be fascist then?
I mean, they
With
can be
your
whatever they want.
quotation marks. Well, I just see with the quotes.
You could have
under-
some fascist ones. You could have some.
Okay. You'd be okay with that, right?
I mean, it's a rich mix.
I mean, you can have a little ANCAP city, not city, ANCAP town.
In
You want.
capishism?
Sure,
And Capaville.
Capaville. There you go.
Yeah. Not too big, not too small.
Just the size.
Strong
of
borders.
The sidewalks are a dispute still, but they're working it out.
All right, so this is the way I split the map up.
Don't do this stupid map shit, because
Look.
that upper right in New England, that's everything. That's New York and New Jersey, and you could divide New York in the middle, right, and cut because upstate New York, northern New York is not like New England,
New York
and
is pretty big, huh?
New York
Also-
is huge.
Take Minnesota out of there. Michigan and Wisconsin people are
Justin,
very
remove Minnesota
similar.
from the map, please.
You know, X that right there.
I could get along with Wisconsin folks, but Minnesota
It's
is
just because you like their cheese.
their cheese is good. Minnesota's
Do
too
you
gross.
eat like poutine up there?
I mean,
Can you
had
get a
before.
good poutine in Michigan, or do you have to cross the border?
No, you gotta go south for that.
I've never had anything to compare it to.
South?
I mean,
Hold on. My mind just got broken.
No, you're talking about the Canadian fries and stuff. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, like the cheese curd and gravy.
Yeah, no, you could, maybe like at a UP or something. I don't know.
Next to the sheep.
Hell yeah. God, you guys make me want fries.
I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with that just because, like,
Did you draw this
Lump.
line, Justin? This map?
Yes, this is my map. This is my Hunger Games style. This is how this is how I view the country breaking down in the event of secession, because it's not going to be
Why is-
state by state.
see, it won't. But like,
Why is what?
upstate
Bureaucracy seems tough, though, to actually split states in half.
upstate
Take a lot of
California is
meetings.
gonna be in its own place.
I mean,
upstate
there are
California
parts
is
of-
more like
so-
eastern Washington and Oregon.
There are parts of Oregon right in this little area that have already tried to leave Oregon and join Idaho. Like they
Idaho,
actually have-
Idaho, we all Idaho.
They have
Move
actually
move the
voted on it.
pointer
Where am I moving it?
to Michigan, over here to the east side of Michigan, just below the thumb. All right.
Is
So
that the
let's
thumb?
say,
I love that you actually
yeah,
refer
right
to
around
it
there.
as
Say
like a-
since you're cutting off
community.
parts of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, you need to cut off that part of Michigan, give it to New York, and then I'll be happy. Or give it to Canada
Kanakistan.
because it connects to Canada.
Did you
Canada.
guys? Did you guys? see-
Canada.
Canada.
Canada. Did you guys see the? There's a Twitter account that I started like talking with or whatever, integrating with, but they're like, it's the hell was it? Nova Scotia, Prince Albert, like New Hampshire, the free state. It's like free province.
Free Province Project. That
Yeah.
flows pretty well.
Well, I thought it was really interesting that they're trying. Leave the
I knew
Canadians
someone who
alone.
lived in on Prince Edward Island,
The PEI.
PE Island, which is where all the Anna Green Gables stuff was made.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I learned
I asked
something.
her what it was like, and she said it was cold.
Dude, that was that.
Not imagine.
I'm sure their
That's-
summers are nice though.
That's half the reason I left up north, dude. It's just like it's so cold, and when you realize that you don't have to live in like a hard life, and you don't have to get up half an hour early to shovel your driveway and plow and shovel your sidewalk and scrape your car, like
you push down on the gas hard enough, you can get out without having to shovel your.
you cannot. When the state plows you in, you cannot. I tell you.
You just need a good runway.
Yeah, you gotta get one of those landing strips. Yeah, right.
It's crazy people live like that.
They do, dude. It's unfashionable.
And then you make your own like tracks. You go up and down enough, like then you're fine. You don't need to shovel.
And it sucks. It's awful.
Just have a bunch of kids
not
and send
great,
them out to
but-
shovel.
There you go.
Yeah,
No, no.
could have done that.
Yeah,
Just
you're missing that boat.
Yeah,
So
I still got some time, but
I won't get into it.
I feel a rush.
Just borrow Justin.
You know what's interesting about this episode that I was sharing with my map is that's actually my most viewed episode like ever.
Wait, that's an episode?
Well, I want to do. I want to come on your show because I've never been on it before, and I want to critique this map.
Yeah, can we talk? But now since your show is out in the open, and
I mean,
We've
it always
talked
has
about
been.
this.
But
finally.
but no. I feel like we're finally talking
Now,
about.
why'd
all
you
this
stop
stuff.
hiding it, anyways?
And I feel like this show has come a long way,
it has.
and
Since
it,
the
it
vasectomy
has,
clubhouse, yes.
right? It has, and without
Not gonna
without
lie, I
me-
put more effort into this show than I do my own.
Oh shit, that's just all right. But with the addition of me and Dag, the show would be nothing. And I feel like you never get us on your show. You never invite us onto your show, and that's just like I'm like, wait a minute, does he really care about us, or is he just using me for a view? And like I know I look funny, I know I say funny shit, but like
Really,
you're
it was
just
the
using me,
R-line
and I
code
feel
is
like
what we wanted before.
exactly.
Be
right?
our clown.
You just want to make it look like somebody's got your sponsor, and it's like, man, I'm feeling,
We forget to run the ad 75% of the time.
that's okay. I don't mind.
This is very true.
I think Clyde's trying to renegotiate the contract.
Uh,
Now's not
I
the
wish.
time.
That's
I
one thing I
mean,
need
you're
to learn
probably
about
right.
that.
I've probably like never had y'all on my show at any point ever.
No, I think
I
we
don't
came
know.
on your show once. I think we were on your show once.
Yeah,
What's on my
about a lot
head? I'm confused.
That's
Am I
the
wearing
same
like
hat
a-
you wear
Andre?
all the time.
Looks like I'm wearing one of those like dready caps.
You look a lot younger in that.
It was like 12 years ago, bro.
Oh, my teeth were nice and white. Look at that.
It's a nice white shirt. Your
I was
beard is
having
a lot thicker there, it seems.
How do you pull
I
that
was
up so
having
quick?
What do you
Justin
mean? I've
looks
got
like
all
a
of my stuff
professor.
on speed dial. Like I've got everyone. I have just kind of like our show, where if somebody happens to mention something about vasectomies, I'm dropping vasectomy clubhouse in the conversation.
See, the reason his internet doesn't work well is because he has 14,000 tabs up.
I try to explain. that
I'm
to my
ready
wife,
at
my
the
kids,
drop of
and
a hat for anything. Like if somebody brings up some like completely obscure topic that I talked
not
about,
the drop
on-
of my hat.
right, not the drop of your hat. Your hat cannot be allowed to drop. That would, because if you bend over to pick that up, then you're definitely getting.
You might see up my skirt,
funny.
huh?
That was a
Your
quick drink.
I
mustache
was
looks a
drinking
lot more
whiskey,
tame
too.
in that one too, and your hair is not nearly as wild, huh?
Dude, it's fucking
don't
8:30.
like
It's
that
10
look.
o'clock at night. Don't talk to me. Before I came in here, I was playing badminton with my
I
children,
don't like
and they were crying because I had to come inside and do this crap. Like, get out of here.
That's-
that's a loader. That's a loader.
Daddy, don't go.
Why do you have to keep drinking, Daddy? Put the beer down. I don't care. I gotta show kids. Shit. Right? Who's the best at badminton? Practice, you dumb son of a bitch. You want to beat me?
Oh, mercy.
Cheers to kid children, man.
Wow.
Justin,
Yeah, yeah.
Justin knows. Justin knows. What do you think he does with all his knives? Come on.
I mean,
So
Openly,
Mark and I
that's
talk about
surprising.
right-wing violence while Mark's wearing a walking the black cat, looking like he's.
I look like a
some violence.
right-wing extremist right there.
Wait, is that your background?
You do.
No,
like,
you look like a Unabomber. That hat? Damn, brother. I'd be careful wearing that in public. Your beard got long.
Yeah, I just shaved it like
Mine?
yesterday. Or
No,
2
I
days.
meant Justin's, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that one looked like Mark if he'd been camping for 3 days. Just a slightly longer beard.
I can't do it. There's this like spot right in between like my chin and like right where the mustache goes where it just doesn't grow. I don't know if it's like
if
the
you just
the,
let
the
it go for a
European.
couple years, it all fills in.
No, I guess
used
real
to have that
fuzzy and like
too.
pubic looking.
I used to have that too, and now I don't.
So you
Eventually-
you just work through
eventually
the
it
pubic
grows-
stage.
Eventually, it grows in. You just got to give it time. You just,
I have to deal with like the public. I have to go to meet random strangers and stuff. I can't be
no,
like
you
showing
don't. You live in a hole out in the woods.
pubes growing on my chin.
Me and Mark can't relate. We have awesome facial hair.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I wish that was. I wish I did, and I think that was part of the reason. Like I did the dreadies and stuff. Was it just like, look, I can't like. I can't. I don't have like any facial hair.
Ooh. Not even any nipple hair?
I had no nipples hair. I just.
I
Like,
look
I got
down for a
nipple hair.
second, and then I look up. That was insane.
Mark, do you have nipple hair?
Yeah, I got a little bit of.
Yeah.
I got some.
Mark's had to
chest.
see 2 male torsos on the show in the last week.
Oh yeah.
Hey, have you ever run into a chick with nipple hair?
I have not.
Really?
No.
You're not trying.
Not
hard
like
enough.
John
Justin
Cena.
You're not
over
trying hard enough. Justin's like, he
Yeah.
put a little
Like,
nair on his finger.
Was it a lot or just like a few sprouts? What? What did he just say?
Look,
How hairy was her Adam's apple?
when it's dark and you're not expecting it, and then you're just like,
All of a sudden, you're flossing.
Yeah.
it's a little off-putting.
There's one
Off
place.
pudding.
that
That's
shouldn't
worse
be.
than off pudding. That's tragic.
When it's long enough to feel.
You got some corn in your teeth, honey. Here.
Well, it's like hairy blonde chicks, right? It's like they're not really hairy, but they
What?
kind of have that layer of peach fuzz, like.
Like,
But you're not getting that caught in your teeth. No, just like over their body. Yeah, so he knows.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I've never dated a blonde chick.
For real?
Always brunettes or redheads.
whatever. We know you don't like redheads.
Well, there was the one.
So, yeah, can redheads date? Is that like
Well,
allowable by law?
we made it happen for 3 years, but
Were you like? Did you have to worry about the police? I just feel like that should be something that's illegal.
That little soul in one one vehicle or in one
it
building.
is a fair question.
That's like half a soul. That's like you could have a baby. and it would
At
still
that
be
point,
like
it's
this
become like
whole-
a soul void. Like it's going to start claiming
Yeah.
all the other souls,
shit,
in the vicinity.
she,
You have
for
a
some
baby
reason,
and
she
it's gonna,
didn't
like,
get
you're
like
gonna-
the-
two gingers have a baby and like two normal babies die. Like, it's
yeah. I mean, that's been proven.
It's science.
She didn't really get like the soulless thing. Like she actually
You
had
mean
a
she had-
soul.
She had some soul.
She had too much of a soul.
So was
if I'm
she?
being
Was
completely
I've
honest.
never seen a black person with like red hair.
No, she was not
she's-
black.
She's been on the show. What do you mean?
Wait, I don't. You're telling me she had soul and everything?
No, not that kind of soul. That's the gay kind of soul.
No. You. It was a fucking joke that you missed. Jesus Christ.
You think your jokes are funny, but they're not right now.
It's hurtful.
Mark's had it up
Swing
to
and a
here with
miss.
the red jokes.
No, it wasn't a swing and a miss.
There.
Because the rest of the fucking congregation got it. It's just
What is he? What does
Marcus.
Justin? What did Justin
Congregation?
mean? What did Justin mean when he said that she's been on the show? Who's been on the show?
My stepdaughter.
Oh God, are you saying you gave her to Mark?
No, she.
Yeah, we were
What's
talking
wrong
about
with
my
you?
ex, and all I heard
Yeah,
was,
exactly. That's what I heard.
for those
No,
What's
my
wrong with
stepdaughter
you?
is
out there, I did not
Jesus,
ever.
dude.
Wow.
That's what's gonna get
she's
us taken
black and
down.
has red hair.
I'm calling
Actually,
the
it's
FBI
this
right
stuff
now.
this stuff is applauded these days, so I don't think it'll get us taken down.
he's carrying it up.
It'll actually probably get us promoted, and we'll be
Probably.
on like mainstream in no time.
All right, I'm
That's
not comfortable
if
with
we
this
could
stuff.
deal with like CNN. If I could like,
I'm
if
comfortable
I
with this
could
line
meet
of
like Brian
Yeah.
Stetler,
I don't
and
like
just,
even joking right now.
shake his fat meaty paws. Oof. I'd have a hard
Wait, who
on
has
everyone away.
fat meaty paws?
Stetler, Mr. Potato
Oh, yeah,
Man.
potato. He's... Imagine how he smelled. Him and that woman you described earlier.
How he
probably would
smells?
get along. Yeah, like he's probably.
Well, that's what you gotta think. Like when you get that
He's
big-
probably leaving like bloody puddles on the bathroom floor as well.
That's from his diabetic feet. I'm okay with that. When it's uterine lining, that could be like a baby. You know,
Yeah.
I want to step on Korean babies. You know?
Like, I don't know,
Oh, it's
man.
gonna be deep.
That's- No, I'm just saying, like that whole Clyde story with the blood, like I don't know, like it's one okay, a significant other or something, like whatever you deal with.
Even
that.
you
Not on
deal
the
with
floor,
it. You
ideally,
deal with it.
but, like-
It's not okay.
Like stranger or like gross person period blood that touches you is really really awful.
That's disgusting.
It was
Yeah.
like I worried that I had AIDS for a while, but then I realized that there was no way she didn't. You know, like she couldn't get AIDS. You know, and she's not like, you know, using drugs
Hey, you know what the
intravenously.
program
and,
AIDS
you
is
know.
called monkeypox now.
Oh, right.
That's the
Yeah.
new one, yeah.
Do you guys have monkeypox?
Well, I'll have to ask all the men I've been sleeping with if they have it, and then I'll tell you.
out of all of
Wow,
us,
bro.
Justin
Like,
is
you
probably
mean
the most
like-
likely to have it.
How many bananas do you?
Here in
There was
Indiana,
a time, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. No, it was probably 12 or 13. I thought I had the monkeypox, and then I didn't. And it was relieving to find out that you don't have monkeypox.
So what was it that you actually had?
AIDS.
Oh.
I thought we were using that as a code.
I kind of thought that too. At first, I was like, "Oh man, I probably shouldn't ask that question." I'm probably like not getting it. Like when you broke out in boils.
I picked up that fucking armadillo, bro. Let me tell you, the boils and sores I got after that. But they have treatment for leprosy now.
Yeah, what do they do?
They give you a pill.
Oh,
It's
well.
like, you know,
Yeah, it's like antibiotics, and they tell you to take a bath from time to time.
do they?
Yeah.
Mine didn't tell me to take a bath.
Like a
Said don't-
bath as
He
opposed
said
to
don't
a
take a bath.
shower.
He said go run in the dirt, go roll in the dirt like a chicken. Out
Just
there with the
general
birds.
sanitation.
Oh,
It's
okay.
one of those things. My old man was trying to tell me the other day about he saw this special on PBS about the bubonic plague in San Francisco in the 1800s. And of course, all the endpoints were, you know, why we need government control and public work structures and
We need
projects. this and that.
government control to drop
Like-
fleas infected with the bubonic plague.
Like,
That's what we need.
San Francisco has fucking like typhus outbreaks right now. So don't like use them as
Yeah.
a fucking example. I'm like, it's just sanitation, dude. It's just cities. Cities suck. You hate cities. You should know this. Like PBS is funded by vaccine companies. Don't give me this shit. But it's my dad and he's old. I don't argue with him. So I go, oh yeah, sounds interesting.
You don't argue with your dad?
Not really. Every now and then I'll just have to fucking say something. But no, it's
Just too much
He-
work.
well, yeah. It
You guys
is.
like
I'm not gonna-
agree on some stuff?
You'll get there one day.
yeah. Well,
I mean, I
it's-
don't really argue much with my dad, but I mean,
There's
we
a
don't
point.
have too much disagreement on things. So
I mean, if I thought we could have like an intelligent conversation about it, it's just he's just getting up there and he's had some strokes, and I like my dad and I like having pleasant conversations with him and not arguing fucking politics with him, you know.
I feel like that's because my parents are sort of the same way. Sans the strokes, you know, but like you could have a conversation, but there's definitely like certain things like I remember my mom sending me like, I don't want to say chain mail because it wasn't necessarily chain mail, but like the same idea of like, Trump's gonna like release these like documents and like fuck you, Mark. Fuck you.
I was just meaning to check I completely went like full screen and stopped watching the comments because I just knew nobody had to be watching anymore. So like, I'll just enjoy this and blow the screen out.
How do you tickle your prostate with this one, huh? Maybe this one? You need two?
Oh, Magoo's here though. Hey, what's up, dude?
We've got 3 viewers. I mean, 2 of them are.
Magoo won't call me gay.
I am one of them.
Thank you, Magoo.
Say it's Mark and
Joshua
Tag and
Smith.
Magoo, but still.
Joshua
People
Smith
like
is
him,
watching?
right?
Isn't he supposed to be taking care of his children right now?
I don't really know anything about him.
Does that mean that he got the vice chair?
Is
that
Dave
what
Smith
that means?
president yet?
Dave Smith is president.
Reno
Tomorrow
reset,
we're gonna
baby.
wake up
Step number
and
1.
everything's gonna be okay. There's gonna be no laws. We're gonna, you're gonna be able to own whatever
Well,
gun you want.
is
and
whatever's
doing it,
happening in Reno putting us on the path for Dave Smith being like the LP candidate? This is too much politics talk.
Do
and
they
we
do
can
they
steer
do
away.
they
I'm
vote for
just kind of
that
curious.
at the national
They-
convention? When do we decide
Um,
that? When is that decided? I say we, like
2 years from now.
Oh, so it's not
Oh,
even
still a while.
there. So Josh is vice chair and Angela is
And then what?
chair.
Angela's chair, okay.
It sounds like sloppiness all around.
Angela
Karen and
Josh.
Carlos is the secretary again.
Isn't that
And
always the
Todd, the frog guy is
Oh, yeah, I've never known how to
treasurer.
say
case?
that.
That guy loves him some vaccines.
He,
Ooh.
that was, yes.
Say it, just say it. Say it, you bitch. Quit pussing out.
And nothing to
Say
say. He, that is true. The man.
I
really
accused
loves
him on
vaccines.
Twitter of wanting to hook up with his kid's teacher, so you can say it.
Say it.
No, that's exactly it. Like, it's not like some win, right? That's like Joe Bishop henchman being treasurer. Like, nobody cares. Whatever. It's the same shit. Like, I don't know. I like Todd. Sometimes he's got good takes, and then sometimes it's like, bro,
He's like,
would you
"Stupid needle."
quit smoking that pole and like smoke some real shit, like.
Yeah. I think he talked about authoritarian DeSantis one time. I was like, I mean, Florida seems pretty free right now. Not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, he's a bootlicker, but yeah, I mean, like, fuck, I don't know what to say. Like,
Better than
Mark-
Stacey Abrams, right?
Free. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't like love the guy, but I'm not really. I
I
don't
give
want
him
him to run
props
for
for
president.
that, right?
I kind of want him to just keep being governor.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's really
Don't blame
interesting. Like, man, like, because like, what does that say?
I
I can't read that, dude. Jesus,
Look up
man.
a Eugene
I'm
Levy.
fucking 40 years old. Okay, can you like?
Hey, when
Make
you
that
turn
If we're
big.
in full screen, you can read it. It
Next
says smoke
year.
the pole is slang
next
term
year.
for a blowjob. I'm just
Okay.
trying to make sure that everybody knows what
If
what these terms you're using mean. Like B-dubs is Buffalo Wild Wings, and
Let these tards that don't know, let them figure
Ride
it out.
my
on their
suck
own,
stick.
okay? I have no time for people that don't know what smoking pole means. Like, just fuck off.
What was that on this show that I felt the need to clarify what B-dubs was? Or was that on your show?
I can't remember.
I don't know what it
Buffalo
means.
Wild Wings?
Yes.
It must not have been the show. I talked about going to B-dubs, and I stopped myself, and I was like, oh, for those who don't know, B-dubs is short for Buffalo Wild Wings. And Justin's like, what is wrong with you? Everyone knows this.
I didn't know that, Justin.
It wasn't me. It was one of the viewers.
The chat
I think it
could
was
say it,
Corey,
like,
as a matter of fact. Corey was watching. He was like,
Who
I
feels the need to
never
explain
knew what B-dubs meant before you explained it.
Why do you make it so small?
Oh, number
Jesus.
3.
I haven't had B-dubs in a while. That sounds good.
They
B-dubs,
really
the
have
place
60
where you
cent
go to
wings?
prove your manhood on Thursdays
Probably
with
not
60
anymore.
cent wings on the menu. You
In
show up to
2013
B-dubs
they
and you
do.
order a humbling 20 wing basket. You can hardly finish them all.
I don't
You
think
should
they
also
do
never leave a
20s.
tip for the shitty waitress, and the waitress tries to be your bro. On your drive home from B-Dubs, you start brewing the old number 3. And by the time you get home, the shit is just more important than saying hi to your wife. Before you even sit down on the toilet, your asshole already decides to start shooting pooping.
I forgot to tell you guys this. That day that I ran the 5K, the day before,
Did you shit your pants?
You have a
no,
number
I didn't.
3.
Are you one of those people that like
I
shits their pants
ate-
while they're
Did your
running?
nipples bleed?
I ate Thai food at the
That is
second
the worst.
spiciest level the day before.
Second
wake up at
spiciest
6
level. What
a.m.
kind
and I
of
have
gay
to
shit
run
is
in an
that? What does
hour.
that even mean? I ate
And
Thai
I
food at
was
the
burnt.
second spiciest level. It was
No,
hard.
not the second
Like, I
spiciest,
mean,
the second
come on.
hottest. The second hottest. Shut up.
The second hottest level. It was orange. Like he blended in with my hair. The warning on the menu.
Fuck you, Clyde.
Damn, Clyde. So did it affect you running, or was it just an uncomfortable morning?
So I
preparing
mean,
for the
it
race?
was burning all the way up to like 6:55, and I finally was able to relieve myself a bit. But it
So
still
there's-
was kind of lingering a bit.
I used to live in Brooklyn, and there's this fabulous Thai food place.
Fabulous Thai
No, no.
food place. Yeah, good to see you.
This way, you can mock me later. Just hold on.
No,
And
this
it
is
was-
what you did during my whole story.
It was about a mile from our house.
It's
So
miles
we
from
went
my
there.
house. Yeah.
And I had
I
the
ordered
like
some sticky
some
rice,
sort
and I
of-
started to
some
stick it up.
some sort of soup. And Asian soups never sit well.
Look
with
up
me, and I
sticky
knew
rice.
better,
That has to be
but
a
I had the
thing.
Asian soup, and I'm walking home.
I took the chopsticks and I stuck it up my asshole because that's the kind of person I am.
It wouldn't have fit. It wouldn't have fit. There was if I put no. So we get 3/4 of the mile to the house, and I'm like, okay, I gotta stop, and like I'm stopping and clenching, so it like sucks back into your like bowels, you know. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, and so I keep walking like 100 yards at a time. I'm like, hold on. And my girlfriend, my wife now, my girlfriend at the time was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, you don't understand. Like,
I'm trying to
okay.
make negative space inside my body.
So I get, dude, I shit you not. I'm like 50 yards from her house,
Interesting
30
use
yards
of
from her
phrase.
house, and I'm holding on to the chain link fence, and she's laughing at me, making fun of me, and I'm like, no! And I'm just like trying to with the abdomen, like my abs, just trying to suck it in. And I think I shit my pants about 3 feet from the toilet.
Mark,
That's
have you ever
unfortunate.
been out for like a run and like it just hits you like halfway through and there's no like
There's nowhere to go.
I love
There's
that.
nowhere
That's
to
the
go.
follow up.
There's a field. There's a
yeah,
sidewalk.
so you just like you just like run out into the woods and
just let it
When
fly.
I-
go
when
and
I-
then use your
I've had
underwear
that
to
happen a
wipe
couple
and
times.
throw those in the ditch and just run the rest of the way home commando.
When I lived in Vermont,
I'd-
it was
How many times has this happened to you?
Just the once, but like I'll
That
never
was a
hear
really
the end of it
specific story.
because my wife was like, I got home and then I went in the bathroom and I was getting ready to take a shower, and she just comes walking in as I'm like undressing. She's like, "Why aren't you wearing
Yeah.
underwear?" It's like, well,
shit dribbling down your leg.
it's like,
Oh, she
well,
caught you
I
cheating.
sacrificed my underwear to the woods gods in order to take a shit. Like, it was like it was either that or a sock, and it just feels like it would be more uncomfortable to run the rest of the way home with
might as well.
a sock missing than.
So there's two. So when I used to run a lot, and when we lived in Vermont,
We've heard
okay?
you've said this a few times. Like
Okay,
we've
so-
seen the pictures.
Have
I
you
go
run an
run-
ultra?
Yeah. So I go run at night at like, I put the kids to bed and it'd be like, so it'd be 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. I'd be going out for a run, and it's fucking cold in the winter. Like, okay, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night in Vermont, it's like -4 degrees, right? You know, Mark,
Yes,
you know how it
yes,
goes.
that sounds awful.
So I'd go out for a run, and I got in the habit of bringing toilet paper with me because I knew about like a mile and a half, 2 miles into the run, like it would hit and I'd have to go. And there was no feeling like being out when you have icicles dripping off your eyelids. Okay, like you're fucking.
We've seen that
crusted up.
picture.
Your mustache is like frozen
your
in
nose
icicles
hair, you don't know
And-
that you
and-
have nose hairs until you actually.
until they're like
experience it.
icicles, right?
Yeah.
And you got to go take a shit in the woods, and It was awful. And
That's
this other time, I used to I was doing a workout at a track, and at night, because that's when I would run, and the bathroom was locked, and they only had toilets, and it hit me, and it was like, it's not, like when it hits, it's not gentle. It's like, full force, like just explosion. And I found somebody's t-shirt that they had left there, so I tied the arms up and kind of used it like a horse feed bag. Much better than a sock. It's huge, like opening. You just like hold the whole thing around your waist and just throw it in the in the trash can. Vermont pound cake.
interesting.
What is this?
How long did it take you to do the ultra?
Which one? I've done 150 in a 6 hour.
The 100.
19 and change.
That's basically one of the versions of a space dock. Use the term dock.
Are you talking about the pound cake or? There's a lot of queers. I decided here. Shit, freeze. Oh.
Wow. That's intense.
You were talking about Vermont. It just came up.
The fact that you know what a Vermont pound cake is leaves me wondering what I'm doing on this show.
I don't. I'm just like grabbing or flicking over to Urban Dictionary and typing in random shit, and whatever comes up is what we go with.
I try not to associate with those types.
Do Vermontians and New Hampshireites get along?
I don't know, man. I lived like half a mile over the border. Like I used to run across like the border all the time. I don't know. It depends.
It's not like a rivalry type thing.
I don't know. Like where I was, New Hampshire was weird because it's like it's the same thing as Vermont.
Vermont is definitely shaped cooler than New Hampshire.
Have you looked at
the same thing? Just like
yes, they are 69ing shapes. Okay.
I just know that V for Vermont.
No. It's like one's like this and one's like that, and it's like no, that's that. Get out! God damn it!
Make a border run for some tax-free purchases.
But that was it. Like some things would be cheaper. Like the beer was always cheaper. But like we looked at like buying houses before we moved down here. We looked at New Hampshire and like there was like view taxes. There was all sorts of other taxes they'd stick you with, and it was like, okay, this is the same as my $5,000 a year property taxes on a fifth of an acre in Vermont. Like I'm not gaining anything by going over to New Hampshire. I can still go across the border and get the sales tax. If I work in Vermont, it's the same thing. Like I'm still getting the income tax in Vermont. Like it doesn't matter if you worked and lived in New Hampshire. That's one thing. But if I don't know. I think it's all bullshit.
Is the maple syrup as good as they say it is?
Yes.
Okay.
That is one thing I will give you. I do miss that as the maple syrup.
Yeah, I remember the first time I tried it when I went up there and was like, oh my God, I have been missing out on actual maple syrup my whole life.
It's a big, like, and people, like, I come down here and people are like, oh yeah, we got fucking cane syrup. It's like, no, nah, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. This is some shit.
Apparently, when I was a little kid, like little, like 2 years old, my mom saw the refrigerator door just wide open, and walked to the kitchen, and I'm just standing there in the refrigerator with a bottle of maple syrup, just
gulping it down,
taking it down, just chugging it.
Never get it down with them little bird lips. Yeah.
And now,
oh, I was supposed to tell a story about my pillow lips. Was I?
Pillow lips. This sounds.
I don't know. Do we have that on the docket?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Dag looks like he's about to fall asleep.
I'm doing okay.
His Adderall's wearing off.
Maybe. I don't know how long it's supposed to last. I don't do it that much.
I think it's supposed to go like 4 hours, but I don't know. It's not my wheelhouse.
Nah, not mine either. But It's nice to keep a couple in the medicine cabinet for emergencies like today.
So,
Did he
So-
really just cut out right now? Oh wait, he's back.
yeah, he just like left. Oh, you're talking about me.
No, I'm talking about
I
you.
was trying to think of how to lead into this story.
Yeah.
Is this pillow
Did he
lips?
cut out, or is he studying, or?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the pillow lips story. I was trying to figure out how to lead into it, but so when I was dating my then girlfriend in college, we were at a ball game, and like some of her friends were there at the game, and apparently they had some bet going that I was unaware of. That one of them was going to just like randomly kiss me at some point, like before the game was over, and then it never it didn't happen before the game was over. But then one of them did, like out in the parking lot afterwards, and then she said that I had pillow lips. I don't know what that means, but
Pillow lips.
Is you got the DSL.
I mean, at least she didn't like say you had.
what were you gonna say?
I don't know where I was going.
did Mark
What?
did Mark freeze up?
Yeah.
I
It
got
was,
here.
we watched Mark put that together in real time. Yeah. 2005. Wow.
It was like
Long ago.
I was in the middle of saying something, and he said, "I was like," and then it came. Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep Urban Dictionary pulled up, like for speed reference on every show from now on. So anytime something gets thrown out there and somebody on the show has like a confused look on their face, I can just pop it up on screen and everybody knows.
So
It's,
this
it's a
uh,
good
the
gimmick.
story you just told. Did you know this woman? Girl, woman?
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't
It
some
was like-
rando that was like, you know, I'm gonna kiss that guy up there.
I mean, I've
After
had
the
that
show.
happen, but no, not in this particular
Yeah,
instance.
see, he's flexing. So,
You
yeah,
had,
but-
like,
Yeah, I know.
you should stay out of those
Only
bars,
happened like
brother.
14 times, but
Typically, I feel like when you go to like gay bars, that's shit happens. They just assume, yeah. Can we have a men's health for a moment? Like when you take a piss, like how many bubbles are there on the toilet? Like do you fill the bowl with bubbles?
Yeah. There's a lot of bubbles.
Dang it. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
I don't feel like
High
I,
as the
I
eye
don't feel
can
like I have
see.
that many bubbles.
Isn't that from
Back
like
to the
Yertle?
pile.
That's like Yertle the turtle, but gone gay,
I
right?
feel like I've used this term before without even knowing it's.
I'm going to get a
urban
fact check on this Lumpy McFugly who supposedly wrote this article. I don't know if I believe that's a real person.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is literally the only definition that Lumpy McFugly has produced for.
When are they going to take the Urban
For Urban
Dictionary
Dictionary,
off the
so.
internet for hate speech?
I heard they went woke or something.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Imagine a woke Urban Dictionary doesn't even work.
I know.
It's like an
It's a goddamn
oxymoron.
travesty.
It's like
Why does everything
comedy.
gotta be-
It's like unwoke comedy.
Yeah, that really is the most awful thing in the world, isn't it?
What in the fudge packing has it? Oh, it's me.
What?
Do we need to go
Where's
back
that noise
to
coming from? Oh,
your bubbly pee? Like, are you concerned about this?
No, I looked up an image. He said fag stack, and I looked up the image for Yertle the turtle because there's like a big stack of turtles, and it went. I clicked on a link and I went to YouTube, and all of a sudden it went to some reading of Yertle the turtle in my ears, and it was.
Yertle the turtle.
Are you tell me you're not too young for Yertle?
I don't know who Yertle is. It sounds like a Jewish
Jeez.
turtle.
was that Seuss?
Yes, good
Oh, and
lord.
it's a Dr. Seuss book.
Yes,
Not a band
and
one.
all your white like racism, you should definitely know.
You know, I went and
Oh yeah, I
bought.
forgot about that.
I went and got one of the ones that they
We
stopped
have one, Mulberry
renting
Street,
or
with like
whatever.
the
Oh
Asians.
yeah, good old Mulberry Street.
On Beyond Zebra is the one I went and got.
Of course, you
I
go
went
with the
there.
black and white one.
I went on a shopping spree when I saw which ones were being banned. I was like, I gotta find one of these.
Yeah.
Just for collector's items or just to stick
Yeah,
to
I got
one?
it for like $6. It's selling for like 500 now on
Is it really?
Marketplace. Yeah.
God,
Damn,
like
That
I
would've been the
mean,
way to go.
because like when we were in Vermont, like because
A
I
lot of
think
Vermont
he was
stories today.
he was from well, I think he was from up there,
No wife
okay.
ever suggested doing
like
this.
whatever Wiesel was it Theodore Wiesel or something. He was from up there, and they used to have like Dr. Seuss days kind of thing. And now I wonder what they do up there. Make the kids read Urban Dictionary.
Now it's down to only
Mark hasn't looked at the
$70
screen
for a
yet.
hardcover. What?
I don't
Home
agree
Alone
with Dr.
players,
Seuss like anyhow, so I don't really
Because he was a
care.
commie.
Why do you
Is
need
it because he
lube
was
after
racist?
Talking Tuesday?
No, because they taught sight reading. Like he got a list of words from like the Department of Education or some shit, and they were like, "Here, work this into a story." So it was to teach kids sight reading, and I don't believe that sight reading is a good way to learn to read.
So
That's
Dr.
not-
Seuss was an op, like everything else.
But yeah, the sight
Yes.
words.
Yeah,
thing
but
is not-
you knew he was an op. If you're at
Yeah.
all educated, you knew Dr. Seuss was an op. I know you're
Mm-hmm.
retarded, but like Mark should know that.
I didn't read a lot of Dr. Seuss. I don't know.
You read
banning
a
his
lot,
books was also an op.
too.
I did like green eggs and ham. I almost made me like have an appetite for green eggs and ham.
Ah, they do make it look good.
You've never
They
had
do.
green eggs in ham?
I have had eggs and ham, but the eggs have never been green.
There's just a little bit of food coloring. You never put
That's all it takes. I don't know. It just looked better.
Why do your parents hate you?
I don't know. I asked them that every day.
That's like a thing of everybody's childhood. You should have like green eggs and ham. Like the fact
We
that
have,
they wouldn't do that for you.
Chickens that lay green eggs.
But not on the inside. I want to figure
They
out.
had
the
the,
inside looks normal.
Yeah. They had the green green ketchup before. That
Green
stuff was gross.
I never had that. Was that like clear Pepsi?
It was just too sugary. Like it didn't taste
Yeah.
like ketchup. It's
No, it messed with your mind too.
What
does
was
that
this?
say? You gotta
Why
stop.
are we looking up
putting-
anarchy?
Is there any way you can make this shit bigger? Because I have to make it full screen so I can
I
actually
made it
read
as-
it.
I made it as
Yeah,
big as I can
All the
without it
returns of
becoming
Hot
like
Topic. Is Hot Topic? Are they anarchists?
no. Hot Topic is a bunch of homos.
Yeah, I thought they were all gay.
I used to buy my earrings from them.
I've gotten
Would.
That makes so much sense.
some plugs from there.
It really does.
I got that. I got the barbell for my cock kebab from there, but
What did he just say?
Actually, Hot Topic's like emo, right?
Supposedly.
I think so. It was like, I don't know, back in my day at least, it was, maybe gothy,
yeah,
maybe more, just
Well,
it was always it was that edgy
black
like
wallets there. Yeah, maybe a shirt or two, but I didn't do a lot of shopping there.
Like
There was
like
another one, wasn't
acoustic
there?
emo music, stuff like this.
there was another one, Hot Topic and
Forever 21.
Eat Me.
Spencer's.
Maybe Spencer. No, not Spencer.
Claire's.
It was two. Pacific
Yes.
Sunwear. Was it Pacific Sunwear?
Pacific Sunwear.
There was another one. It was like the
Yeah,
same kind of like
Pacific
vibe, a little less like on the
Yeah,
gothy
Pacific
side.
Sunwear was much more bright and cheery. That's where you could get the line from. You could go to not quite. You could preppy people might shop there, and people who might shop at Hot Topic might shop there. That was like the Venn diagram
Yeah,
between the
that's what
two.
it was.
It was more the surfery kind of.
Like a medieval
Dang.
surf thing, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I used to shop there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking overpriced mall clothes. What the hell?
I know. He's good at Salvation Army. And
I
you
know.
get like anything you need. It's the only place I go now.
Yeah.
Salvation
I'd
Army.
always-
I get a pair of like jeans for $5 and they last for a year. And then when they're like done, I cut them off at the knees and they're shorts for a year.
I'd always end up getting like a nicer shirt from Maurice's because a buddy of mine that I'd hang out with whenever we would like go to the mall.
What is Maurice's?
Maurice's always had
Sounds
like
fancy.
Sounds like someplace you'd get beat for walking into.
Yeah, it's for blacks.
Yeah, exactly. You're not
well,
welcome
the
here.
one in the mall always had a cougar working, and my buddy was into cougars, so he would like stand there and flirt with her forever, and I'd be
My
looking at
buddy.
shirts, and I'd be like, huh,
This guy I know really liked to flirt with cougars.
kind of like this shirt, and then I'd end up buying it.
How old is your wife? Yeah, that's what I
I'm not
thought.
allowed to say.
That's what I
it's a
thought.
topic.
Mhm.
Are you? Is she a cougar?
You know she is. Why do you need to ask that
She's a
question on live TV?
She's a gilf. We're not.
Gilf.
I'm not allowed to talk about
Guy
that.
I'd
Never
like
mind.
to fuck. Guy? What is that? Sounds gay.
Pull up Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
Gilf. Grandma? That's gross, dude.
Oh yeah. Huh.
How much KY do you go through?
Where my beer?
Hey, what's up with our background, brother? No, it's
Sarah
definitely
Palin,
Guy.
He's such a royal gilf.
It's definitely Guy.
What?
Not Grandma.
Whatever happened to Sarah Palin?
She got busy.
Did she?
I fixed,
Yeah,
I fixed the background.
she had a grandkid, and you know. What happened to the background, Justin? I want to know.
What do you mean? What happened in the background? You mean this background?
Oh, that
Hang on.
background. You just changed it, you son of a bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's been like that the entire time.
Guys, we gotta take a vote on this background. Which one is the right one for the?
Can you really tell
I
the
don't
difference?
even-
I mean,
Don't even use it.
Yeah.
I can only
Ooh,
tell
this
the
is a
difference
better
because
vibe.
you like.
Yeah.
look, it's
you
basically
posted-
the
There we
same.
go.
I mean, it's the exact same grass and everything. Look,
Hey,
you
what's his
can't even
name's
tell that
here?
I'm changing it.
Chum Lee is in the house.
Yeah, I have a question for him actually. Can you see?
Do you
Can
have
you
sex in
actually
Eskimos
see
pants on?
Russia from
How do you
Alaska?
have
Because
sex as
this
an Eskimo?
He's answered
What?
this question.
has he answered it? Because I'm going down the rabbit
can
hole
see-
of
He can
the
see.
the shape of
he
the
can
earth.
see
So it
Putin's-
really,
He can see Putin's front door from his backyard.
well, that would be based, but I don't think that's true.
They're like pen pals. They throw paper airplanes back and forth with letters.
So this throws a wrench
think
in
it
the
went a
flat
little
earthers thing. I feel
Deeper
like.
than that. If you
Unless-
You know, your trash cans have been by the curb for a week now. So I can't do a Russian accent.
It's a
That
good
was
thing we,
really- that was
it's a good
really
thing we
good.
didn't do our accent episode.
I'm so glad we didn't do that. That'd be terrible.
Twasn't the fucking dingoes that stole my baby.
What?
What's a fucking yowie?
Madonna stood out here and did the English accent all night last night. It was kind of
Oh
it was
my
kind of impressive,
gosh.
honestly. I have to say they do a really good English accent.
This makes me hate you more.
That sounds Australian. Why don't you go pick up a stingray or something? Shit your mouth.
53 miles.
That's at the closest point though. But like, I mean, like, how big is your dick? Can you pole vault there? I mean, like,
You
what,
asking
know?
me or asking Chumley?
Chum Lee. I mean, he's a monster.
It's forever
heard.
negative 20 degrees in Alaska.
We're already
I
talking
doubt-
about pole smokers. Now we're doing pole vaulting.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. Alaska's its own country, kind of like Hawaii. You know, like they're
You
their
think
own
we should
places.
just let it go?
Yeah, just cut it loose. You know.
If you looked at my map, I just said Hawaii and Alaska are gone. They're like not
What
even
is
part of the U.S. anymore.
what is the province closest to Alaska? The Canadian province. Like, are their cultures very
British
similar?
Columbia.
Is it BC?
I think so. I could be wrong about that, but I know BC is what's north of, Washington.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
think it's the furthest one over.
Are they
I
like
just
similar
meant- I thought it
culture
was
BC
Washington.
and Alaska? I guess this is a question for out loud thoughts.
Outlaw thoughts.
You should go on his show.
Or just all like eagerly awaiting his response.
Yeah, just like, come on, man.
And why didn't you make your name Outlawed Thoughts? Just secure. Just,
Why, what?
THOTS.
He said no. I don't know what we asked him a lot of questions, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
what was the question? What did we ask him again?
BC, if what's the closest province, and also.
Are they similar? Yeah.
What I really want, like,
I could drink beer in BC, and I could not drink beer in Alaska. That
Dude,
was the
ask-
difference.
Are they 18? This is 18.
That's dangerous.
Canada.
It was
Canada.
nice
Can you,
to say
can you
that.
have sex in British Columbia and then not in like Alaska?
That didn't come up.
That didn't come up. The cultures are not the same.
One probably has more guns.
Yeah, that would make sense. Canadians are. I don't
They have
know.
bows and
Canadians get
arrows.
bad, right? Like the Canadians that live in like the boonies, like they're pretty cool.
I mean, they have to have guns out there.
Yeah.
You can't live way out in the boonies like that and not have a fucking gun.
Hey, you can. It sucks.
I mean, people
it-
did it before guns existed, but they
Are
probably
there
didn't
actual
survive as well.
people in British Columbia though? That's probably a fair question to ask.
outside of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably some Inuits. Everybody's got Eskimos when you're up there.
Have any
You
of you
know,
ever
like,
been
dude-
to Canada?
Yes.
I've been to Vancouver.
Justin.
No, I've never left the United States.
Are you kidding me?
I've only been
You've
to
never
Niagara
been to
Falls, so-
Kanakistan? You've never been.
I've been-
Tell me, Mark, you've never been to Canada?
Niagara Falls, yes.
Bro,
Canadian.
so the two southernmost folks have been to Canada twice.
I just said I was to Canada.
Do you need a passport
You
to
live
go
in
to
Canada.
Niagara
You
Falls?
live in the South. Now you are not Southern. Don't start acting like you're
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, the two southernmost folk have been to Canada more than you have. I can't even say it right.
Cedar
is
City,
time-
Narnia, Canada.
I went to Taco Bell with my wife when we were dating, and we went. To
I've
the
never had
drive-thru,
Turkish delight.
and we ordered something, and she wanted a fajita, and I could not say it for my life. I kept trying to say fajita I kept trying to say fajita, but it's fajita, right?
2,000 chicken vaginas, please.
It was bad. It was bad. We'll never live that down.
Making me
Vagina.
hungry now.
For
Yeah,
vaginas.
my roommate.
I've got half a cheeseburger in the fridge.
Ah,
My roommate at Mississippi State. We had
Cheese,
some
bro.
fun traditions.
McDonald's.
Calling me.
Your roommate had
We had some fun traditions, or I guess fun things that we did like together all the time.
Traditions.
So like every
That was you
every
being, bro.
Here
You're
we
just being
go.
abused. You're just being abused. It's okay.
every Thursday, the Taco Bell
About to
there
get
in
gay.
town would have a special, and so I would go get the special, and he would ride in the back of my truck. And whenever we would pull up to the where you order, he would like, either the 6,000 chicken fajitas or something else like completely random. And it was odd because it was always the same girl who was working the drive-in on that night, and so she was always of good humor and played along with the joke.
Did
we also
he get to eat her chicken vagina?
I don't know if he got to eat her vagina or not. We didn't talk about
in the
that sort of
drive-through window.
Not the
Like,
chicken, but he got the beef.
stuff. It's
Like fucking Arby's.
and then
We
let's
got
see.
the meats.
Every night we would watch Futurama, and then I would go outside and smoke a
beef.
cigarette and drink a cup of coffee and come back in and go straight to sleep. Like,
Wow. That was your nightly ritual.
yeah, smoke a cigarette and drink a cup of coffee to wind
What
down.
is this special at Taco Bell?
I don't know that they do it anymore. And maybe it was just a college
They
town
used to
thing,
do
but
specials at Taco Bell.
when I was in college. I don't know. And maybe
They
it was
all
just
have their
there.
like secret menus.
Taco Bell was the place I went to the most when I was in college too, because they used to. I don't know. Are they still cheap? Like you could get a lot of food
No.
for just like $5.
Well,
Fast
probably
food's
not like
not
that,
cheap.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like
gross.
Yeah, I
It
can't
is.
eat the stuff now, but
It's really
poor
interesting because
in
like
college.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like even in college, like, it was cheap and it was like okay. I eat it now and it's like expensive and it like it's just like man, that was like
What was
I'm
wrong
not
with
wasn't this-
satiated. I'm not like
Yeah.
it's
It
like
wasn't this
ugh.
bad. It couldn't have been.
No, not at all.
I got
I've
their
worked at
loaded
Taco Bell when I
nachos
was
one time
17.
on my way into work, and I took care of a paralyzed guy who I would have to change every now and then. So I'm about to dig into
Did you
these
borrow
loaded
his diaper?
nachos, and he goes, "Mark, I need to be changed." And I go, "Well, I'm not eating now. This is not good." It was gross. So I starved that night.
Oh, bless you, Mark.
Challenge. Yeah, I'm done taking care of people.
There's something to that. I did that for a stint in what is it? I can't fucking read it. Damn it. It's
It says a
Because you're too
wait,
drunk.
I
I've
can't
got
read
it blown
a
up as
feat
big as I
whereby a
can.
person
and
is
it's
No.
sit on the screen.
has nothing to do with that, dude. It's like tiny. It's
a
teeny
person
tiny.
is challenged to eat $20 worth of Taco Bell food within an hour. Only one drink purchase allowed. Probably Code Red Mountain Dew or the green kind, not the green.
Baja.
The Baja Blast.
Just
It's
keep
got to be the
blasting.
Baja Blast. Otherwise,
I haven't had a Mountain Dew in a long time. That used to be my favorite
neither.
pop.
It was only what I
Just
really
remove
drank.
him from the screen for that.
You can't call Mountain Dew Coke.
No.
Why not?
But that's one of those weird things like cellars and basements and soda and pop. Like you Midwesterners, I don't know.
Can we
That's
just
what
call
they
it
say,
drink?
It's a soda. Give me a soda.
No.
I'm like,
It's-
yeah.
Drink.
It's only a soda if
Medium
you use
drink.
the soda machine.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, if they hand you the drink through the drive-through window, it's a pop. If you go inside the restaurant and you use the soda fountain, then it's a soda.
Get out of
Whoa.
here. Just
No,
go away.
If they hand you the cup, it's a drink. You don't even have to specify because it doesn't fucking matter. They're giving you a cup. And
Yeah,
you're
but
going over
so,
the thing and
okay,
filling it
I
yourself.
mean-
And if you're telling them, then you're not saying "give me a pop." You're saying, "I hope I got
This
the
is
accent
where
right." You're
the
saying
crew of the morning
me a
after fell apart
Mountain Dew
and never
Baja
spoke to each
Blast,
other
please.
again.
because you
An
have
argument
okay,
over
exactly what
pop.
you want.
Two,
Coke.
I agree with you to an extent. Yes, it is a drink that they are handing me. But if my partner sitting next to me goes, "Oh, what'd you get?" then I might be like, "Pop? What kind of pop?"
You
Coke.
go to Taco Bell with your partner.
I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time, so no.
That was interesting phrasing and a way to Duckstead phrasing. Oh shit!
I don't know why I said partner. Just whoever's there.
Companion.
Sounds worse, man. My
It
friend.
actually does. When you
It
say
could be-
companion, it definitely sounds like you have to say young companion, and then that
Yeah.
always sounds bad.
Just like, what is going on here?
No.
Is
I
a Sprite a Coke?
Sure, because Coke makes it.
Yeah, it's
You wanna
made
get
by Coke.
technical?
How is it
They
saving
don't
question?
make
I mean,
it, they
yeah.
distribute it.
How about a Powerade? Is a Powerade a Coke?
No,
Because
that's
they're made
what
by.
is Coke?
Hey,
But it's
Coca-Cola
not.
makes
But
it.
it's not a Coke because it's
Hey.
not carbonated.
Coca-Cola makes it. I don't care.
okay. Carbonated water, is that a Coke?
That's a seltzer.
Why are we?
Yeah.
Look at those nipples. Look at
You
that
know
chest.
what? You want to hear what kind of
He
like?
almost needs a bra.
He probably does.
That is.
Hey, I'm blowing it up so you
sure.
can see the writing. Blow it up.
I just
all the way.
want. I don't want to see the writing. I want to see the man's boobies.
This is my former congressman, who I did vote for at one point.
I'd vote for him too. I don't like
Um,
him, but I'd probably vote for him
He
over what's there.
I went to a town hall that he did. Yeah, like 5 minutes from here. And he did it at like this church, and it was packed because it was a
There
week
we go.
after he like came out in support of like impeaching Trump, and everybody there was mad at him and like yelling at him. And then 2 months later, he left the Republican Party, and then a year later, he joined the Libertarian Party and decided he wasn't going to run for re-election here. And I think that town hall was the beginning of the end for him.
Which, like, I'm torn, like, on this, like the post-libertarian front. Like, do you keep somebody like him in there because he's halfway decent, or do you get him out because he's a shitbag? You know, like
You probably keep him in there, to be honest.
I mean, I
Did you
feel
see
like
the
he has
thing?
to be better than a regular congressperson.
who did he get replaced with?
So this guy's name is Peter Meyer, and he's worse than Amash, honestly. He even voted for like impeachment after the January 6th thing. I actually got a text the other day about the guy that's running against him this year. And this guy is like a more America First politician. He's been endorsed by Trump. So here's my problem, though. He's black. No.
Sometimes you just got to put that aside.
I told him
Make
when
up
I
the
got the
greater
text,
good.
I was like, you know what? I'll probably vote for this guy. And then they're like, cool. Now they'll leave me
And,
alone.
and then they sent you a picture. And
They're like, "Will you set this sign on your yard?" And it's like, no.
I'm not going to go that far.
Not in this neighborhood. I thought it was a name like Sydney. It was deceiving. I think you were going to say something a minute ago, Justin.
I lost it. It's gone. Oh, there was a poll, and it was some like relatively prominent libertarian type, and it was like, who would you rather see for the Libertarian Party ticket? And it was like Amash and somebody.
Spike Cohen.
Amash, yeah, it was like Amash and Spike Cohen, or Amash and Tulsi Gabbard, or Amash and somebody else, and then it was See Results, and See Results had See Results had like 70% of the vote. It's like, you know, when more people want to see results than pick Amash with anybody, that tells you everything you need to know about Amash as a potential candidate.
Yeah, I don't think. No, there just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of energy for Amash.
who's got the fucking trash truck behind them?
I hear it.
I hear like a large truck backing up. And I know Dag's wife. And so I'm wondering if it's Justin's wife or maybe Mark's got a lady that is trying to back up. I don't know.
Jeez.
Like whenever there's like podcasts where people are in like, I don't know, cities and shit, like it's like, especially when I have headphones in, you can hear all the background stuff really heavy, you know, and you hear like sirens and shit like that constantly. Like I'll be out like working like on the farm, like, whoa, what the fuck? Because there's never sirens or anything. Oh shit. We're driving sometimes, you hear it. Yeah.
Robbie on part of the problem.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Especially because the two of them, they're always in the fucking city, you know.
Is that still an
And
issue?
then-
I haven't listened to that in a while.
Yeah, you still hear that, and then the Fadcast or Timeline Earth or whatever it is now, because you know,
I think
what's
it's you, Mark.
What?
New York,
I think
Miami.
it's you.
Is it me? I muted myself. Wait.
Yeah, and it disappeared. There's a lot of background noise coming from Mark. It's a lot quieter now. Damn.
Oh, I can finally hear myself think.
For real, bro.
And I thought in the mornings when he's banging his coffee cup around, it was bad.
I can't even tell if you guys are being serious or not.
I usually have a dog snoring in my lap, so I assume some of that comes through. Probably sounds like I'm flatulent.
Dennis is our show.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Where is Dennis tonight? He turn in already?
That's Dennis on the wall.
I assume
no.
the dogs are in the bedroom with the wife. Looks like she went to bed. She didn't even say nothing. I might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like, are you coming to bed or not?
Nope, no text. I sent her a text. I didn't get nothing back.
I get that all the time. It's like, are you coming to bed? I'm like, can we at least wait till the sun goes down? I don't know.
Are we doing one of those shows? I tell you, man, it's done quit. Yes,
stepson
I'm going to
texts-
bed.
My stepson texted me the other night at like 9 o'clock or something. He was like, hey, what's y'all's address? I've been trying to text mom and I can't get an answer. I was like, you know, she goes to bed at 6:30. Like, why are you even bothered trying to text her?
Is this way he had to? Oh wait,
What?
I can't say that on here. Never mind. Forgot that we're live. I'm sorry.
Yeah, going to bed early is nice.
I had one of those moments.
Tag like dragon, barely making it.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, going to bed. Yeah, that's nice.
Do you guys
6
like
o'clock.
wake up with headaches?
No.
Yeah.
You drink this late? Yeah.
Oh, for drinking? No. I just get
Bro,
headaches.
Dag's like, I always wake up with a headache. What are you talking about?
Tag's like, I always drink up with a headache. Wake up with a headache. I don't know if it's the drinking or just the waking up. Is
No.
No, it's just
eventually
if I
you
stay
just
up too
kinda get
late
used to
drinking.
it.
Yeah.
It depends on what I'm drinking.
Yeah, it really depends how much I drink.
I've
Like,
learned
I
my
try to-
limits. When I was younger, I drink too much often, but it just doesn't happen anymore.
If I drink like straight whiskey or something that's got like a really strong alcohol to it, strong alcohol content, then I'm good. But if I drink something that's a little more like sweet, then I will feel like absolute dog shit the next day. So I drink hard liquor and I ignore the sweet shit.
Yeah.
All that sugar.
Yeah,
Which
like,
is why my kids think I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, mixers will fuck me up. Like, I better drink like 7 and 7s or something. The fucking soda.
7 and 7s.
Yeah. Seagram 7, 7 Up, or, whatever, 7 Up equivalent.
Gotcha.
And whiskey. Or ginger ale. But ginger ale is usually not too sweet, depending on the brand.
I will say I got some ginger beer.
Some ginger beer is good. I had
This is
one,
Australian
there we go.
and shit.
I had a homemade ginger beer at Brogro a couple weeks ago. It was really good.
I don't know. I got the Seagram's Bold. That was really good. Then I tried some ginger beer. I'm used to like the Goya, the Mexican stuff. They have good ginger beer, but this stuff is piss. Fucking Australians.
Really?
That's not good. Not good. Should we leave when Mark's gone?
Let's just all pretend to be passed out
I
drunk.
can just like remove all of us, and then when he comes back, it looks like he's the only one left.
I'm about
leave a
done.
note that says-
My ass gotta go to sleep soon.
Leave a note that goes in the
Yeah, I'm
episode
gonna
mark.
My buddy Niall the other day was like, yeah, I kind of felt for that one guy because he's read like, he's like he was a history major, he has a history degree, and like a lot of World War II stuff. So he's like he's read a lot of similar books, by undesirable people. He's like I kind of felt that like it's an interesting book, but it's not really one you want to get caught having on your nightstand,
I don't know, man.
There are a few of those. I mean,
I wonder if I have to put the goats away tonight. Fuck.
I still got to go lock up birds. Hopefully they're not eating.
I put up the swimming pool today and started filling it, so I got to go check and make sure it's not too close to the top.
Overfilled. Yeah.
When I last checked it, it was about a third of the way full, so it should be good. I'll just cut it off and finish it tomorrow.
I don't do swimming pools because it's too much water. I won't fill it up. I'm too cheap, man. You know how much electricity that takes?
I feel
Electricity?
It's bougie.
It does. Your pump, bro. Yeah, like, God damn it. I gotta go because I'm just kind of like nod off. And you all see the peninsula.
We did that show with you like I don't know, gosh, a year and a half ago or whatever, and Nikki P was on there. We were hanging out afterwards. he fell asleep. We were sitting there talking.
He always used to crash. I used to record like at night, like later, and he just because he'd be up for like a long time. He'd just be like nodding off, and I'd be like, "Yo, I didn't watch the show, bro. You got to keep up because I don't know what to do." I say we abandon. I would just cut it and leave Mark where he is.
I thought he was just peeing, but it's taking a minute.
You know,
Narrow urethra.
he can only handle looking at your face for too long before he's got to go to the bathroom and get some tissue.
Narrow urethra.
I had a buddy in college that he got like shit-faced drunk, and was telling us a story. And just in the middle of the story, all of a sudden he just like, and then about 45 minutes later, he just comes to and picks up at the exact spot that he had left off. And we all just like bust out laughing. He's like, what? I'm like, dude, you've been passed out for like 45 minutes. Like you just dropped off in the middle of your story. Like, he's like, no, I didn't. It's like, yes. Yeah, can you not tell that we're all sitting in different spots than we were when you were telling the story before? Like,
it's like hypnotized, you know.
Yeah, it's just like
Mark,
How
mid-story.
many bubbles are in your pee? No, I'm just kidding.
You got
How many
more than
bubbles
one
do you
room in
count,
that
Mark?
apartment?
I forgot to count. What'd you
I
ask?
thought that was the only room in your place.
This here?
Yeah.
No, this is
You got more
There's
room. than
exits
just
to the
that one.
street.
this is
I just thought it went out to like Chinese food place next door.
There's a fucking interstate right outside the door.
no, this is a house.
All that background noise. I thought it was.
We got 3 bedrooms here. One and a half
you
bath.
Oh fuck!
So you let the kids have their own bedroom.
Yeah. Actually, they're in the basement, but
I wish I could have a basement here.
All right,
Basement, cellar, dungeon,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's time.
I'm calling it quits.
it's
We
time.
did 2.5 hours. That's impressive.
Yeah, you think anyone's gonna actually watch this whole thing?
I mean,
My
if they
kids.
make it, if they make it 2/3 of the way through, then they'll see that we changed the background.
Yeah.
Because
We'll
you know
remember
What's
next time,
wrong
though.
with you? What's
the
wrong?
guy who produces the show is kind of retarded.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.